the positive narrative of Africa. This is Africa is a brand. It's not about me. It's about y'all and Africa, the positive narrative. There's enough people out there, there's enough organizations out there giving the negative. So that's one thing that on the inception of this channel that I decided that I'm going to eliminate. So there's no need for this channel to focus on anything. So if I ever come up with something like Chinese restaurant was closed down in Zambia for racism, then that is a positive. That is not a negative. Okay,
Yeah.
so somebody else can report the negative, but once it's closed down, that means something was done positive to close it down. So that's what I'm getting at. So hopefully everybody understands that, but I'm also not into gossip. So This is Africa will never have any gossip type of news. I just feel that anybody in that realm should have their own privacy. That's my take on it. So other than that, This is Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Please, brothers and sisters, today is not about love, sharing banana, sharing love. Please listening attentively. So if you have any question also, I can bring you up here. You can ask someone who know more better. You have to listen. Please, let's listen attentively. Please, I have a little bit question. If you still know you have a question, I've told you before, we have a special guest today who is going to teach us more about what we are doing. So if you have question also, you can be able to ask him directly. Thank you so much. God bless you. Please don't drop any link in the chat. If you want to connect with the person you've seen up there, connect with them. This is Africa. It's also there. If you want to connect, go connect. So thank you so much. This is Africa. My name is John. I'm a YouTuber. I just started a few months ago. My wife has a YouTube channel called SSTJ TV.
Okay.
So she uploaded videos about lives in Germany, what's going on, and she had much content. But for me, when I try to help her during her YouTube journey, I'm about to get the 44,000 watch hour. So then I see the way the white people are doing it, mostly the Filipinos, the way they help each other to grow their channels. So I got motivated and I love to do such thing. So then when I opened this channel and I call it this Africa New TV to bring up Africa peoples together and to grow ourselves. What I do mostly on my channel is to educate the little bit I understand, to educate people and to grow up people that mostly below 1,000 bananas, the subscribers. I also most people and everybody, even both who are above 1,000, they come to my channel. I like to shout them out and like people to subscribe to them so that at least if other people cannot do it for us, we can be able to do it for ourselves. So I just stand as a pillar that know what I've not seen in this generation in our own side. I want to stand as a pillar and as a person that we do it, and I believe together we can do it.
I have to agree. And I really like what you're doing. And if they inspired you to do the exact same thing, then it was obviously much needed in this area. So I applaud you, take my hat off to you that you're willing to do all this for a lot of other people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So do you have anything first, maybe before I start action?
Yeah, I would let's just be blunt. One thing that most people are lacking, and it's in every single sector of YouTube. So don't feel like you're left out. What I'm about to say is
Yeah.
that we need to at least at a minimum twice a year, but I do it 3 to 4 times every single year. Top to bottom, read the community guidelines. Now, a lot
Okay.
of you are probably like saying, "What? Are you serious? That's long. That's long." Have you ever actually looked at the Apple computer user agreement on an operating system? The community guidelines on YouTube doesn't come close to that. It's nowhere as much to read. But the reason why I say this is because we get a lot of rumors about the AdSense guidelines, the community guidelines, the privacy policies, and there's about 4 or 5 different things that you should bookmark that come from YouTube, and one of them from AdSense. Now, the reason why I say this is that because you have rumors such as, if you all remember the monetization update from the 10th of December last year, people started saying that, oh, they're going to raise our watch time hours from 4,000 to 10,000. And I forgot what they said about the subscribers at 1,000 to, I think, 5,000, whatever crazy number. Now, YouTube never once on video or in a newspaper article or what have you stated that they're going to update their policies to that for monetization. It never happened. And the main reason I knew it wasn't going to happen is because they never prior said they're going to amend that to the monetization. Of course, they did say wait until the 10th for the new monetization program to come out, right?
Yeah.
Now, I did a live stream and I read top to bottom, excuse me, I read top to bottom that monetization. I still have the live stream on my channel. And not one of the rumors that ever came up, and those are just the most popular ones. There was other rumors too about the monetization. None of the rumors that anybody ever said came up. And the reason why is because a couple of reasons is people fear change, so they create stories out of fear.
Yeah.
And that's normal. That's just a human thing, right? And
Yeah.
then you have somebody that took information from somebody, never investigated it for themselves to find out if it was true or not, and then they just continue to spread it because, well, this is my friend that told me. I trust my friend, so I'm going to pass it on to my other friend, not realizing it's just a rumor that's being passed. The other one, which is much smaller, but it's out there, is you have the true quote unquote troll that will go to anybody's channel, they don't care who it is, and create a rumor like that, right? And then
Yeah.
people take off with it because again, they're going, that troll is going off of your fear, so they know you're going to spread that fear, that rumor, which is out of fear. So don't disrespect anybody that tells you something you never heard of before and you never read it in the community guidelines or what have you. Just say, okay, I hear you. Is that what happened? Okay, find out for yourself after you heard it.
Yeah.
Go investigate it yourself, because this is the best thing about reading the community guidelines, especially, or the monetization guidelines. After you have read it, even one time, top to bottom, and then somebody says 10,000 hours from 4,000, they made a change or they're going to make a change. How come you never read it?
Yeah. I've never read it also.
Right. But automatically, because you read it prior, and you're not going to remember verbatim, word for word, everything you just read, but you are going to remember this, that when somebody says something that doesn't come to memory of what you just read, then you say, that's not what they said. And then what you also want to do is, and I'm just going to go in the back of my own dashboard so that way I can have everybody follow along that might be on their dashboard in your YouTube studio. And you can also go, just put it in the search bar, is the Creator Insider from YouTube. Okay, the Creator Insider is their channel. They do a lot of different interviews about YouTube. They do Google AdSense interviews. They give news releases and stuff right there for us creators on that YouTube channel. But within your dashboard, you also have a little news block. You have these little blocks like the latest video performance, important notifications, and then news. You all need to pay attention to that news.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't agree with people who come up with rumors like this is because I don't see it in the news. I don't see it in the Creator Insider. I don't see it in the community guidelines agreement. I don't see it in the monetization agreement. I don't see it in privacy policy, because when it sounds kind of weird and you didn't read it that way, then you know that, okay, don't be disrespectful to that person, because maybe they are telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
That you want, that might encourage you to go back and check again, or you know for a fact that that's not true, and you just might want to tell that person, you need to read this because that's not what they're saying, or you need to watch this video because that's not what they're saying. So that's what I want to be blunt about, is misinformation is really hurting a lot of people trying to reach their goals. And your goals right now is 2. That's the 1K and the 4K. Those are your 2 goals.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
And just to kind of add to that too as well, And this is not to discourage anybody, because we didn't come to network for nothing, right?
Yeah.
We didn't come to network for nothing, and we've gained a lot of new friends. We're a big family of network people all over YouTube. They do the exact same thing we're doing, right? This is not sub for sub, but to be fair, we need to do what we call the right thing. We need to do it in that way, because someday YouTube might take that away. Right now, YouTube is not taking that away.
Yeah, they are
And
taking it a little bit away, because before, normally when you just click on the person, it will take you directly to the home page,
yeah,
and where you can directly know what about the people. So, but now it's so difficult. You have to go on the Google search to search for the name of the person.
right, exactly. But
Yes.
but the part I was going to add to that I wanted to finish off on is that we're a family. We should stick together. We should still have workshops.
Yeah.
But we also have a channel that we're responsible for. And then when we start complaining, this AdSense stuff is not what I thought it was, and quit, or just don't make videos more than 6 months and you lose your monetization, is that we need to gain fans. And I'm sorry to say, but the mass majority of YouTube, well over 95%, are not YouTube content creators. They're fans. And what are they coming to YouTube for? They're coming here to find resolve, usually to a problem.
Yeah.
And so we need to build our fan base, not after we reach our goals. After we reach our goals, we need to build our fan base. And if you build it during your goals, that's great. But after your goals, we need to really reach the fans, because that fan base are the ones that are going to watch minute after minute of our videos, watch our ads. And that's how Miss Trudy makes money. That's how Wodamaya makes money. You think most of those people are content creators?
No, no, no.
Exactly. PewDiePie, one of the biggest ones of all time on YouTube. He's got, I think, 17 million subscribers. You think there's 17 million content creators out there? I don't think so. There's probably
17 million.
it's probably a couple million, but not 17 million.
Yeah, not after that, I think.
But what the question I want to ask, if I
Yeah.
may ask, what are the quality as a content creator we need to meet as demand, if I may say?
The quality as a content creator.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay more attention and more critically think about what the professionals out there have already said. You need to work on your thumbnails to a point where people, if they look at your thumbnail, they want to click it. This
Okay.
is all around marketing. The way you word your titles. Now, let's say you had something about cooking jollof rice, but maybe your title, without being clickbait, is still about jollof rice, but it seems like it's more than jollof rice, right? The title needs to make people want to click as well. So you look at your thumbnails and your titles. How can I be a better marketer to gain fans just based on my titles and my thumbnails? The other thing too, what they're saying is your description box counts, and it really does count. Your description box is not only on YouTube search box, it's also on Google search box, it's on Yahoo search box, it's on all the search boxes out there. So basically, if you make your YouTube video, each video, search engine optimized, it may sound like a lot of work and it's kind of getting daunting, but you can always change this over time. If videos ain't doing too well, you can always update them later for the performance to be better. Okay. So
Okay.
search engine optimization, not just on YouTube, but outside of YouTube, is important.
Okay.
So your title, your description in your description box, and your tags,
And the tax, okay.
they got to kind of match, so that way they're going to be more optimized to be searched on YouTube. TubeBuddy is a great product to use. vidIQ is another great product to use. But before you get into using one of those two products, even on the free part of it, I would recommend that you start learning more about YouTube Studio, because that's your base. Learn the ins and outs of the back end of YouTube Studio and how it works, because the more you know about YouTube Studio, the more easier it is for you to make changes where you need them.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. What about in times of copyright? What can you say about that?
In times of copyright, my recommendation is never ever use anybody else's content.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people actually copy from other people so to make their content carrying on.
Right. Now it is allowed to a point, but it's kind of a gray area. You can use like a minute of somebody's video, but you dramatically have to change the content. Like you can't just use the audio. You have to like narrate over it
Word for
yourself.
word. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing too, as far as copyright is concerned, never ever with the music, never ever use copyrighted music. And if there's something out there like a certain track, like I just did a video Africa Day, right?
Yeah.
And I through a friend in Namibia, there's a song on there. It's called "I Love December," and that's through Sunny Boy with featuring Top Cherry. She's the one singing "I Love December" right in the song. So I got his permission ahead
Yeah.
of time to use that song in that video because I wanted to use that song. And he doesn't have it uploaded on YouTube, or if he does on one of his channels, he doesn't have it to where he's like copyrighted, and I never got a copyright claim for it. So I emailed him, he emailed me back. I got permission to use it ahead of time. Now here's one thing everybody should not be too concerned about, but just keep it on the back of your mind. If you collab with somebody that's got some copyrighted music or even footage, and you all agree to use each other's footage, and then later on you don't become friends, and then as a revenge tactic, maybe they might try to copyright strike you. Keep that, just keep that in mind, because I doubt that'll happen, but it has happened. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Basically the people that would do that are people who never really wanted to work with us in the first place.
Okay.
Somebody is learning something in the chat
I
today.
hope someone is learning something in the chat. If you have any question about regarding what you are saying, you can just drop your comment, or if you'd like to ask the question directly, can I drop a link so that you can come up here? Sister Mary, hope you are hearing. Hope you are here, because it's not about looking for subscribers. You have, when somebody is important here, you have to ask question. If you can't, if you want to ask question, you can ask question. Yes, I'm really okay. No problem. So if I may proceed,
Okay.
please, how do we suggest? How do you suggest to promote our YouTube channel as a YouTuber, as a content creator?
Anywhere and everywhere you can, to start off with. So we have a community tab if we're over at 1K, and that community tab, um, I would start using it right away as much as possible, because most of your subscribers are content creators, so you really don't have that many fans in most cases if we're
Yeah.
doing this network thing. So they're the only people that are going to see it, and they're so busy most of the time that they ain't going to have time to see it, or they might see it much later, or because they have 1,000 people, it's like, whose video do you watch by the time everybody submits something to the community tab and you got the notification for. So keep that in mind. That's why building fans is very important. The other thing about the community tab is that if you make a post and YouTube, for whatever reason, feels it's worth going beyond your own subscriber base, and they recommend it in somebody's recommended section on the right-hand side, then I would have to say that's 1 in 1,000. You're not going to get that very often, but if you do, then that's a good thing. So you definitely use the community tab, but use it wisely. And there's now a scheduled section of that community tab. I don't know if anybody knows about that, but there is a section where you can schedule a post.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it right away.
Okay.
You just set it up and post it. It'll post later when you want it to.
Okay. You can schedule it like a schedule. So
Right.
thank you. Thank you.
If you have Facebook, Instagram, which most people have now, or what have you, you can share your video on those other platforms, because there's going to be people on Facebook and Instagram that know you, and they're not even subscribed on your channel at YouTube. And they may never ever subscribe to you on YouTube, but they might watch a video. which means they might watch an ad.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone has a question here. Say question. When sharing your content on social media platform, should one maybe say I create content on this?
Let me see. Well, the question's kind of vague. I create content on this. Like, can you give me an example? I'm not sure if I'm reading the question right.
Which type of content? Which type of content are you saying? He said.
What is she trying to
What
insinuate?
can if you want to ask the question directly, I can drop a link down there, sister.
Zacchaeus official says, "What about music reactions? Do you earn from that?"
Okay, let me try to answer the question in this way.
Okay. It's,
I think you really don't have to explain yourself on the content that you create. I don't think any YouTuber really needs to do that. And again, when I look at the big YouTubers, I don't see them doing that. So you don't have to explain yourself. All you have to do is just present. And so there's definitely a difference between explaining yourself and presenting a product.
okay.
That product might be like Miss Trudy was in, making a few videos when she's in Mozambique. She's talking about this particular market and what you can get for $10 in a day. She's presenting Mozambique, Maputo, if I can remember, in that particular video, on what she's doing there with her $10. She's not having to explain to us how she's going to spend her money. She's just doing it. Okay. If that makes any sense, I hope that was an answer to that question. As far as other social media, you can do like a post and say something like, by the way, I also have a YouTube channel and I make content on A, B, and C, right? And then every post you make after that, you don't have to explain yourself. It's just the video and the thumbnail and the title should be able to explain itself.
Okay. So I think I have two people up here. They want to ask some question. Firstly, I will bring Sister Mary. Sister Mary, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so you can ask your question.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, this is Africa. It's glad to have you here today as well. My question is it worth it to actually promote your channel, paying YouTube to promote your channel and video content? I've seen people doing that, like they pay YouTube to actually, YouTube is a business anyway, so they pay YouTube to actually promote their videos and their channel. They actually get a lot of views from that, but I just want to know if it's actually what is good. Do you suggest that?
I do, because there's actually, I forget the guy's name right offhand, but I think it was spend no more than $5 to get your video repeated on YouTube ads. In the upper right hand corner, there's a little section for ads, to have your video placed there on particular content. And the way he explained it makes a lot of sense to me, that spending $5, I'm not losing anything. I would say yes, go ahead and give it a try. I would probably do it on YouTube rather than Facebook, because YouTube, people are there, they're used to seeing videos. On Facebook, they may or may not be used to seeing videos, because they do offer that same service. And the other thing too, the way those video ads look on that page, they kind of look like a recommended video, not so much an ad, unless you're really paying attention to the surroundings. So I would say yes, go for it. I haven't done it yet, but that's definitely on my bucket list.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Sister Mary. So, Mrs. Benin America, you've dropped the line. Okay, who is in the building? There's another person here. Saki, can you ask your question?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. I wanted to ask. I have seen a lot of people who are doing these music reaction videos of these artists. My question is, can you earn money from those videos, or what about copyright and everything? I don't understand how it goes, but I see that people who do those reaction videos, they get very high views.
Yes, you can make a lot of money on those videos, or at the very least, you can gain a lot of new subscribers if you don't make a lot of money. So, and in turn, later on, that can make you money. So Afrogenic does a lot of those. Voclam does a lot of those as well. Zippy Brown out of Kenya, she does that as well. So I don't do that. It's not my type of thing, but a lot of people are into that. And if you notice, a lot of people have been doing the Filipino singers, and a lot of Filipinos are coming to these people's channels and watching their videos, watching the ads, giving them the time. So, but Afrogenic said something the other day that I also do, just to make sure there's no copyright on certain things. I have an alternate channel that I don't put up in the public, and I upload certain material to see if I get a copyright claim first. And sometimes I have to wait a week.
Wow.
Okay, wait a week.
Wow, that's good.
But it's a tool that's not being told to us by YouTube, but it's something that as a network like this, you can learn and do it yourself. Don't be impatient with those things, though. Don't be impatient at all.
Okay, so how do you know, like, if I want to check that this song is with copyright or it doesn't have copyright, how do I know? How can I look for that?
That's kind of hard to do. But there's a couple things you can do depending on how the artist has their music set up. Is the artist well known? If they're not well known, but they're well known, let's say on SoundCloud, and you look at their rules on SoundCloud, it might be that you have to give them credit in the description box for using their song, and that's it. It's like that with some of the YouTube audio tracks. So you give an attribution to them. Some of them. Go ahead.
Okay, continue.
Some of them just want a small fee to use it a lifetime or to use it each and every time. So it really depends on that person. But as far as Afrogenic was saying, that the majority of the stuff that she wants to upload for reaction videos, she gets a copyright claim, but she tested on the outside channel. Okay. So that way she's not wasting time in getting copyright strikes or claims on her main channel.
I get it.
Even about a copyright, what I know about it, if you want to upload a video, you put it on. If you upload the video and put it directly on unlisted, so before uploading it, before 8 hours, if it's not copyright, YouTube is going to send you an email that the video had a copyright. So it's better for you before uploading on your videos, put it on unlisted. So before, like 8 hours or 5 hours earlier, before uploading it directly, you're gonna get an email. That video had a copyright. You get an email from YouTube that this video had a copyright that you cannot use, cannot monetize it.
Yeah, but I would still recommend doing it on an alternative channel, because this is what can still happen. Once you're monetized, and I'm sure you've seen it, there's a section in the monetized now that is there any identical matches for content ID. And even if your video is privatized, that match will still show up. And so therefore you could still do a copyright strike on somebody if they upload your video and privatized it.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Change your look.
Yeah, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
My question is that does why different at maybe you're doing a live stream and you don't want to show your face, like a stream that you're not showing your face, does it really count? Because I heard people saying if you are streaming and you're not there presently, maybe you're doing a silent streaming, that YouTube reduce the hours. I don't know how true is that. And secondly, just give me that answer so I can ask the second one.
No. Go ahead. I didn't know you were going to continue, but go ahead.
Okay, my second question is that, is it true that when you do a live stream and after the live stream, people keep sending comments on it, does it really reduce your watch hour? So those are the two things I really want to know about.
Okay, I didn't. You kind of worked out on the second one. Something about comments.
Yes, when you do live stream, after doing the live stream, some people can go there and watch the live stream after the live stream was at end. So some people go there and drop comments, and a lot of rumor going on that when they go there and drop comments on the live stream you've ended already, that why to reduce the watch hour because of that.
Okay, I've heard that too, and to be honest with you, I don't think that is true. But at the same time, again, YouTube never stated any of this. They do have protocols, I'm sure, on the back end that they don't need to put on on any type of notice for us, because that's the way they operate, their software systems. Now, as far as comments, what you could do ahead of time on your live streams is you can turn the comments off. If that happens to be a truth, turn them off ahead of time before you get started. That way you don't have to think about it later.
Because even me, I teach about it. I think yesterday I teach about it. How you can do that when you end your live stream. I teach about it, and I'll still do it. Change your look if you are still in the building.
Yes, I'm in the building.
If you are still here later in the day, before I will still teach about it. You can see it and you can learn more about it. It's very easy.
How to. And the first one, please. The silent live stream.
Okay, so silent live stream. YouTube is not dinging anybody for silent live streams. That's not true. I've done what I consider not a silent live stream. I'm not there. I'm at work, but I have to leave my computer running. But I have a graphic or a message up. People are showing their walls or doorknobs or fish tanks and things of that nature. I've never lost any watch hours because of me doing that. And but here's the problem with doing that: you get less watch hours. True. Why? Because you have less people there. That's a fact.
Okay.
So what I have done with somebody, I'm just not going to mention her name, but we're just waiting for her to be monetized, is that me and her worked for about a month to find out what's happening between an 8-hour live stream of silence versus a few hours of being present, then going silent after that for the rest of the 8 hours, opposed to just being there for like 3 to 4 hours. We had found out that when you're there for that 3 to 4 hours, because you're engaging with the audience is present, everybody's having fun, we got more hours out of those live streams every single time compared to the other two scenarios.
Okay,
because what I'm saying here is we really don't need to do these live streams. And I'm not going against anybody with a crazy work schedule here, because I have one. I travel 5 hours a day round trip almost every day. So that was the reason why it took me so long. But here's the thing: get some sleep. Do a live stream every day if you can. Do it for 2, 3, 4 hours, but engage with everybody. Don't just sit there and read a book. Just engage. Talk about whatever. Talk about what's going on back home. People are going to engage with that. It's just natural. We're human. But once you go to sleep and set it up and say, okay, for the next 10 hours, you look at the analytics, it's not that good, because I can go there and through my subscription, see all the silent streams, and I'll see one person, no people, 2 or 3 people, maybe. And if you have 8 people, then you have a dedicated crew. But how many people are going to have a dedicated crew of 8 people?
Because when I do my own silent live stream, what I normally do is question time. I'm not showing my face, but you can send any question, and people on the platform, I have friends. It's just like friends time that will chat. You have any question concerning relationship, and somebody will definitely there to like answer your question. So that's what we normally do on the background. I'm not talking, but the chat will just be going on. You're not seeing anything, but chat is just going on. The live stream is on. So we definitely like have like up to like 8 or 10 people till morning.
Okay. So there is no rule that says you have to have audio on a live stream. There is no rule about that. There's a reason why we have mute buttons on things like StreamYard. There's a reason why we had a mute button on Google Hangouts when that used to be used on YouTube, right? And that's a Google product. There's reasons for not having audio, period. Now, does YouTube know this? Of course they know this. It's part of the thing. Are there silent movies that have been made? Yeah. Are the silent movies still being made? Yes. So you don't necessarily have to speak. And as far as being there with a avatar, you don't have to show your face. YouTube is not taking away any watch time because you don't show your face, and it only shows this is Africa or just a picture. They're not doing that to anybody. They did not state that, and nobody can prove that that's the fact.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's very good. That answered my question. Thank you so very much.
If you stay in the chat, change your look. I will show you how to do that. Okay.
Okay, I will still be on the chat. I'm busy, but I'll be on the chat.
Okay. See, Miss Benin America.
Okay.
Miss Benin America, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Benin America, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon to you from that area. We are in the evening.
Yeah, okay. This is a very educative live stream,
Mm-hmm.
and I was lucky to be here. And I just have this important question to me, and I believe to the same people that do the same thing with me on the chat. So
Mm-hmm.
my question is, as a food and lifestyle blogger, because I cook and I do travel things on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, how do I get sponsor on my channel?
Okay. It's a good thing that you brought that up because I did not think of it. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I was actually going to make a pre-recorded video of an email that I got recently. Let me find an email of somebody who wanted to sponsor my channel.
Okay.
Okay. Uh,
And
Paradise family, I will answer that question. Don't worry. Just repeat it after the finish. Just repeat it. I will answer that question. Sorry. You can continue.
okay, and I'm gonna share this email actually. So let me get it up in a window because this is going to be something that you can do, but at the same time you need to be very careful
Okay.
of these offers because this email that I got was a scam, and I'm gonna show some aspects of this email that clearly show it's a scam, and it's not a Nigerian scam. Okay,
Okay.
so
Nigerian stuff.
it's not a 419. It's probably a 109, but from a different country. So so let me see where. Okay, haven't done this in a while. Share screen. We're gonna do a window. Get reviews. No, that's definitely not it. Oh, application window. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, if you can share that, and if you share it full screen without our avatars on there, it'd be better because I want people to see this. Okay, now everybody can see. If you can make it a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
there's that one option. Is you only show the screen being shared.
I'm coming.
There we go. There we go. And I'll see if I can make it a little bit bigger myself on my side.
No.
Okay, you see it getting bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first of all, this is actually a Gmail account. That's the first thing. This Nelly Manager. Now, first of all, whose last name is Manager? Right? Now you see that's a Gmail account, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first is who is Mr. or Mrs. Manager? Never heard that before. If it's a company that wants to sponsor me, right? Budgeting $1,000, why are they using a gmail.com account instead of whatever.com?
Yeah, that's
Business.com. Okay, so that's a second did giveaway. And it says, hello, friend. Well, why friend? And why, if it was professional, why are you using 3 exclamation marks as a business instead of 1? And why is friend not capitalized with a capital F? And why does it not say this is Africa? Because I don't have my real name on there. They would at least address me as TIA or this is Africa. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 problems already before I even get to the first sentence. And not only that, the picture is questionable. So that could possibly be a 5th problem right there. Okay. So let's get into this, shall we? I represent the development team of a new antivirus security for Windows computers. Okay. Why would they say Windows computers instead of, if they're a professional, Windows operating system? I come from the IT world. We're not going to sit there and say Windows computers. That sounds elementary. That sounds like grammar school. Okay, in the tech world. And I was in tech sales. I wasn't even doing the hard work stuff, right? I was just selling the equipment. We still share all the same lingo. That is not lingo. If this is a tech company, they're not going to use lingo like that. We want to offer you an advertisement of our product on your channel, a preliminary video from 15 to 30 seconds to 5 minutes or integration. Our advertising budget is $1,000. So why would you tell me about your advertising budget? That to me sounds like a dead giveaway. It sounds a little bit desperate. And it sounds like this person is fishing, and fishing just means they're trying to fish information. Maybe they want to take over my YouTube channel, because this might be a way that they want me to give up my username or password for something, or give me an app to like something like StreamYard, right? Because you give StreamYard permission to have access to your account. Maybe they will do something like that through a portal, and then I just gave away my YouTube channel. Okay, so you got to think about things like that. So that's number 5, or actually number 6. Please tell me what price for one promotional video will suit you. Okay, so that's no big deal, but the wording is kind of off, and I don't know, just the number 1 instead of the word 1. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. It sounds like this is from India, and they tried really hard. Okay, so if you are satisfied with these conditions, then I'll send you our website. Well, why didn't you send me your website right now? Okay, and instructions for sharing preparation for occupation. See, I have no idea who they are. They didn't send me their website.
Wow.
That's a gray area. That's a gray area. It's not concrete that that's a scam. It's a gray area. But look at the end of cooperation. Period, no space, and the next sentence starts out with no capital, but it's in brackets. It starts off with a bracket and ends with a bracket, right? You will need to download our product from our official website and enter it in a special code for receiving materials for advertising, templates, text, advertising, including an example of the video that we want from you. So that right there, you got to download something. Most likely is going to be one of those types of apps where you put in access to your computer. So while you're on the computer, they're actually behind the scenes looking at all your stuff. You don't know what they're looking at.
Wow.
Okay. And P.S. Palm Springs. Okay. Our product is not supported on Mac. Well, I have a Mac, but I can run Windows on a Mac, because a Mac can run anything. So we pay 50% after preparation for cooperation. After preparation, okay, that to me doesn't make any sense. When you send a screenshot of the installed product on your computer and the rest after the video on the channel, none of that made sense in the last sentence. Absolutely nothing. And so what I'm telling everybody is, and to answer your question, yes, you can look for sponsors. And actually, Trudy has a video she made a long time ago about that, and a couple other people have too. You can actually look up videos on YouTube, how to find a sponsor. And I would go for some of the big names that are explaining this, some names like maybe Nick Minim and a few others that you see all the time. Go with their videos and watch and see what they say. Some people that come to you, like this person, which is obviously a scam, some of them are going to be legit, but also you still want to read and dissect the information they're giving you. Is it going to be worth my time? Right? Are they going to pay me, or are they just going to give me free stuff? Or am I going to have to pay them to buy a product, then review it, and then I get a commission off sales if it sells? Like, those are all legitimate ones, but to me, that last one's not worth it. I pay a company for their product. I review it. I spend all my time making the video, and if nobody buys it, then I promoted them for free, and I paid them money, and I got nothing out of it.
Okay.
So yes, you can definitely look for sponsors if you're good at proposal writing, or if you know somebody else that's good at it. Go online and find out how to write proposals to companies to get their sponsorships.
Oh, thank you so much. Quickly, can I ask one more question? This one is very short.
Sure.
Okay, so as I stream on my video on my channel also, and my question is, what happened when I got monetized? Would they monetize those live streaming video or just my content?
Of course, they will. They will monetize it. If you put a monetization on it, they will monetize it.
Yes.
How do I do that?
Don't
Well,
worry, I can show you that. That is,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry, I can show you
This
that.
this
When
is
you
what the
come,
network. This is what the network is all about. So it takes a
Okay.
little time. So just work with him, and so he can probably show you some back area of the YouTube studio and where to turn that on. And you can turn it
Okay.
on by
just
default
turn
all
it
the
off,
YouTube
turn
videos.
it on. Yeah, it's simple.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
No
If there's
problem.
any Americans in the house, happy Memorial Day.
God bless
You're
you.
Happy
welcome.
Memorial
Oh,
Day.
wait. Happy Memorial Day and Africa Day. It's on the same day.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, Africa Day. We all need to celebrate Africa
Okay,
Day, even if our countries don't
African
celebrate it.
Day. Happy African Day, all my African people in the house.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Much
Thank
love,
you.
guys. Bye.
Precious to God TV. Hello, I do see your comment. Thank you very much.
Good
uh,
evening, everyone. Today is not about love, love, love. It's about we have to learn. Not every day we start for love, but we have to know more things about YouTube so that we have a special guest here. This is Africa. Is trying to telling us much more what we don't know. So if you have any question, you can come up here and ask. Yes, we need to celebrate Africa Day.
When are we supposed to celebrate
Maybe
African Day?
next year. It's already gone. Today's gone already.
no. Hasn't come up yet. It's the 25th of May every year.
Okay, 25th.
25th of May. Ah, okay.
Okay,
That's great.
Sister Mary, what you came back again to the building?
Yeah, I have lots of questions. It's just that at times those questions will just run from my brain. But now, okay, I'll just start from where this is Africa actually stopped. It stopped about talking about sponsors and all of that. But my
Hmm.
question is there a particular range of subscribers or viewers we have to have before actually writing proposals to this content,
No,
or it doesn't matter?
no.
Oh,
It depends on the sponsor. I've actually gotten others in the past. Like last year, I probably received two to three different proposals, and one of them was they wanted me to have an X amount. The other one didn't care. Okay, because basically one of the products I guess they didn't care is that it was going to be a lifelong promotion as long as I kept the video up, and if they got a sale, even if it was one sale, it would have been worth it. So it really depends on what their pre-qualifications are for sponsoring you. That's going to determine if they're going to say yes or no to you. Okay, so I think that's the best way to put it. The one thing you can do though, ahead of time, just kind of like do a precursor to all this, is contact all the places that you think you can benefit them to sponsor you. And let's say they give you all the details on what you need to qualify as being sponsored by them. So let's say you contact 10 companies, 9 of them got back to you, and only 2 of them said you qualify now. Go with the 2, and the others will say you need to have this many subscribers and this many watch hours before we even consider you. Keep that in mind. Keep those emails to the side, and get back to them when you reach that point.
all right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And my second question is about the community. You were talking about that we should always use our community tab and all of that, but you did not specify. Yeah, you said there's a way we have to use it, but you did not explain to the deepest part how we're supposed to use it. Are we supposed to be posting
Oh,
daily? Are we supposed to share everyone's video that we just see, or is there a particular people we can share the video, maybe someone in the same niche like we do, or can we just share random
Just
people?
like a
okay.
timeline. Yeah.
So let me tell you what another content creator said to me once, and this is when I first got. Actually, he's not even a content creator. He's somebody who's was supporting my watch hours and didn't have a. His girlfriend is a content creator. That's what it was. He chuckled, but he admitted. He said, "Yeah, I unsubscribed from you because you are sending me multiple community tab posts daily." Right. So
Mm.
basically, what I was doing is any good little video from anybody, because I was trying to support people, is I would go ahead and post at least a video of almost everybody, right? Now it
Yeah.
wasn't like 100 people, but maybe like 3 to 5 people a day. So with that, you learn from him, and he was the main person that helped me get my watch hours, by the way. You learn from him and other people that you don't want to be posting all the time, even when you have fans. The most responsible way that I've been hearing and listening to is like a marketer. Plan out your post. Don't do something every single day. If you do something every single day, make it once a day. If you don't have a video, kind of like I can't think of it, IG or whatever, you might say this is what I did today, just in a photo. So that way people are apprised of what you're doing, that you're still around, you haven't gone anywhere. Or you might put an image and say my birthday party is in 4 weeks from now, and then you post another one, my birthday is tomorrow, and then you post another one, my birthday is today. So it's like you're planting a seed a month in advance that your birthday is it's going to be a month away. You plant another seed the day before and the day of, so that way people can probably hang out with you on a live stream. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So basically, I would say use it often, but don't abuse it. Use it, but don't abuse it. And I think basically you're going to have to go on YouTube, um, listen to some of the tutorials from some of the professionals that use it on a daily basis. See what it is that they're saying. But that's the feedback I got from one of my own subscribers. And I also know a little bit about marketing. I'm not an expert in marketing, but I know a little bit about marketing. That it's not something you want to abuse and use every single day, throughout the day, because
All
people are
right.
going to get tired of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right. Thank you so much.
you're
This
welcome.
is Africa.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, African Hill TV.
Said someone asked a question. Oats, please reacting to someone music or video. Does it got monetized? If
Oops,
it,
please
I
react.
know, but if the video had copyright, the video will not be monetized.
Most of the songs out there, whether if it's a Filipino kid singing on stage, they're usually singing someone else's song. It's usually not, and basically they're just showing off their talents that they can really sing, and that's what most of these videos seem to be that I've been watching. And I don't usually watch that. So yes, you can. Let's see what it says. Host, please reacting. Please, okay. Yeah, some can be monetized, but usually it's going to be a song that's not already copyrighted. So, you probably weren't here before, but Afrogenic, if you get a hold of her, she can give you a good idea. But she has an alternate channel where she uploads songs, right,
Yeah.
and or videos, and she finds out within about a week if she gets a copyright claim. If she does, she doesn't even put that up on her main channel. The fewer ones that are not copyrighted, she'll go ahead and upload, and then those can be monetized.
Okay, Mrs. Benin, she's back. Yeah, she's back.
Yes.
Just like with Woda Maya, she'll pop out and come right back in.
Oh, really? Okay. My question again. I want to know, will YouTube pay for the 4,000 watch hours that got you
No,
monetized?
no.
Okay. Okay.
It's just the requirement.
The what?
It's just the requirement.
Okay. Okay.
Certificate.
Now that you brought that up, though, let me say something else after monetization,
Okay.
because you're not the only person that's asked that question. Are they, once we get monetized, do we get paid for those? Check this out. You upload 2 videos. One you monetized immediately. The other one you monetized 2 months later, and
Okay.
both of them received 1 million views. The one you monetized 2 months later, all the views you got prior to that being monetized, because you finally switched it on, you don't get paid for that lost time. It's only from the point of monetization when you turn it on, and people watch those ads for the time that it goes through. Like each minute, you get like 2 cents. You only get paid for that once you monetize it.
Okay.
Nothing backwards.
Okay. Thank you so much. This is so educative. And
You're
this
welcome.
African UTV, you have to be doing this all the time.
No problem. Thank you so much. I will try my best and bring Africa because it's so busy. My big brother is so busy, but we'll try our best. We'll try.
Okay.
Yeah,
It.
and if anybody didn't know, me and Africa New TV are actually related by logo.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
we're using the same logo. Yeah,
The
yeah.
logo, logo related.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what actually
It's
bonds
very,
you guys
very, very.
together.
It's very good. It's like what advice do you have for content creator in terms of different inches, like not basically or particularly content?
Different niches.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
something. That's something that it's hard to answer a question like that, because that's something you have to really find out for yourself. Let's be general about that one. I have seen some of the big YouTubers with that particular question say just try out different things, and whatever works for you, start going with that. See what type of response you get. You know, if you're into computer tutorials,
yeah.
which actually pays more than a lot of other categories that YouTube will pay for, by the way. But travel and YouTube, excuse me, computer tutorials pay pretty well, and they're very popular. Reaction videos are very popular, but they don't pay as well. So you want to just test out different things. What is your passion? Try testing out your passion first. See if people really dig that. Um, be one of those people that do restaurant reviews. If you have an X amount of money that you can spend every month by going to restaurants and reviewing the food and the experience, you might be the next. Well, I forget what that guy's name, Mr. Weiss. He goes around all over the world testing foods. You might be the next Mr. Weiss. You know, so you just have to go out there and test the waters, get your feet wet, and go with what works for you. And if they all work, that's great. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: if you have too many niches on your channel, it's going to be confusing for a lot of people subbing to you. And the reason why I say that is you can have like 100 videos, and let's say you last 100 days you uploaded one video a day, so you got 100 videos, and it's a different niche every time. That might confuse the people that are coming to you, and they will probably want to subscribe to you. But if they look confused by all the different types of niches, they might not subscribe to you. So
Yeah.
that's been brought up before. I've heard that many a times. So keep that in mind.
Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks
Yep.
so much. I really appreciate you for being here today. God bless you. If anyone has question, can you type your question out? And if you want to have the ask question. Okay. Mary again. Mary again.
I'm,
Oh
I'm
man.
always here. I'm always here, host.
Where do you base, Mary?
Actually, I'm based in Dubai.
Okay,
Okay.
I see.
That's where Kenya gets their fiber optics from.
Yeah. All right. I hope I've not forgotten my question. Yeah, I've
No.
remembered.
My God.
This is Africa. Thank you so much for this platform, Africa New TV. Thank you so much. My question is, we all know that making trending videos or trending topic actually helps with views, and probably those views will turn into subscribers and all of that. But I want to know, is there a particular way of finding out which news is trending, or what topic is actually trending on internet, maybe on YouTube or Google, that someone can just make maybe a reaction or something about?
Yes, it's a
Oh,
link. It's a link called trending.
okay. Do
So
I
you
download the app?
so it's not an app. It's on YouTube,
Okay.
and you find out what's trending on YouTube. So you can see where the YouTube logo will be in the upper left-hand corner if you're on a desktop computer. And there's a little three-line, what they call a hamburger menu. If you click that, the drop down, the second link after home is called trending. And then from there,
Uh-huh.
you can see what's trending now. And actually, I've in that creator studio that I mentioned before, for those who are here, go ahead and sign up for Creator Studio. But they had a video in there talking about trending videos and why people do so well when let's say that all their videos don't do well, but then they finally do something that's on a trending topic, and that one video does well. It's because what people are doing is seeing what's trending on YouTube. Excuse me. And then they go ahead and make a video around that.
Yeah.
So that's one way of doing it. Other ways, I'm not positive, but that's one way that you can do it. Find out what
All
people
right.
are talking about now around the world and go with that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So what about us that, like me, I'm not a content creator.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't like creating content.
What are you doing
Are
now?
you sure?
Yeah,
Does anybody believe my brother? Okay, okay.
African UTV, what are you?
I'm just to promote on our channel. Just I don't like
That's
promoting
what
content create. I don't like telling them this what's going on in Kenya is when going on Sudan.
Doing that Buhari is doing to
This is
us.
what Buhari is doing. I'm just here to make sure you grow to your good.
Ah, okay. That's pretty interesting.
Even she's laughing, man.
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay, so now I forgot. You were getting ready to ask a question.
No, yeah, someone said it is true that there is a limit of how many people one can subscribe to. That is only 2,000 subscribers. I don't believe that.
Channel.
Well, there must be some type of limit because I've even read articles about this particular subject, and the conclusion is around 2,000. Now, I'm sure that all of us who have at least 2,000 or more subs, excuse me, people that we have subscribed to, and then we go back to them at a later time, knowing we've never unsubscribed, and it shows that we're unsubscribed. There is a threshold at some point. I just don't know what that number is. That YouTube does knock you off. If you subscribe to, like, say, somebody else, it's going to take somebody from your previous list and knock them off to make room for that new subscription. So again, I don't know what the threshold is, but that is something I've read a couple different times over the last few years.
Okay, thank you so much. Someone is still in the building. I don't know, but it's not connected. Sonny, whether I don't know, it's not connected.
I'm here.
Okay, the sister blessing where our other person is also trying to connect.
Okay.
There's one question there I want to ask. He said, please, when someone react to another person music or video, do they got monetized? You've asked the question before. You've asked the question before and they have answered it.
No. This one's a little different. It's when someone react to another person's music or video, do they get monetized? When you react to somebody else's video, that, to be honest with you, that it doesn't make, it's not really making any sense to me the way the question is laid out. If you can kind of re-clarify that one, if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Can you explain it more better, or you come up by yourself and ask the question? I will drop a link in the chat. You can come up there and ask the question. Well, I've also asked a question here.
Mhm.
If someone got monetized, how can he generate his threshold?
Which threshold?
The $100 threshold.
Oh, okay. So the $100 is the minimum that YouTube requires before they even pay you, and you don't even give your payment options until you reach that $100. So, for example, I'm waiting to get my first 100 so I can give them my bank account information so I could do direct deposit. So you can't do that ahead of time. But how do you get there? The best way is to have people make compelling content, so people watch your video from beginning to end. Hopefully people are going to be watching your ads, because the ads, the way they work is whatever location you're in, those ads are dedicated to that geographical location for some local business. So it has to be interesting for them enough to watch your ad. That's the fastest way. If you're doing live streams, turn on your super chat. If your country does not have super chat, offer outside of AdSense at this point a PayPal link. A lot of channels, when they do live streams and they don't have the ability to do super chat, you can say, if anybody wants to donate, there's my PayPal link. Please donate to my PayPal link. It's also in the description box below. You could also put that PayPal link in your About tab on your channel, which also shows up on the front and has a little tiny icon on the upper right-hand corner. But as far as getting to that point, you just have, basically, people need to be entertained and to be able to watch the ads and watch the full length of the video. Go ahead.
The person has moved it. Africa New.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's Africa New? Who's Africa New here?
Is everything with Bella?
Are you the one bearing? Okay, Africa New, Africa, everything with Bella. Okay, go on.
You said?
Go on.
Okay. I was the one asking if someone reacts to another person's video. I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know about all this. Maybe if I see maybe all these popular musicians, artists, like someone like Dimanche, I'm seeing so many people reacting over his music. Maybe if I react to his music as well, or like all these people that is reacting to his music, do they get monetized? Like because
you
they will show.
because you did a reaction video, you'll be
Yeah,
monetized as a channel or as the video itself.
as a channel, like I will react to the video
No,
on my own channel.
no.
Oh,
There's only one way to get monetized. That's to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. That's the only way to get monetized.
you don't get my question. You know, if you post a content on YouTube, if you post a content on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
if you post a content on YouTube, there is a place, maybe after I've been monetized, there is a place where you have to click on monetize video, right?
Right. That's correct.
And like if I'm reacting to that video, that particular video, like if I want to react to the man's video, will they allow me to click on that monetize? I've never done it. I'm just asking.
Well, sure. You can go ahead and click monetize, but don't be surprised that you'll get a notice later about the song that you uploaded from who's ever singing it, either a copyright claim or a copyright strike. And or at the very least, if it's a copyright claim, that means it could be one or two things. They share the monetization with you, or they get monetized fully, but you still have the video, or you can't monetize it at all. So
Oh,
the best thing to do, like I don't know if you heard it, we mentioned it a couple times before. Afrogenic has an alternate YouTube channel that she does not show to the public. And what she does with reaction music is that she uploads over there, and she waits to see if she gets a notice from YouTube via email about that video being copyrighted. And if it is copyrighted, she does not upload it on her main channel.
okay.
So yeah, it's to not waste time on your end is to have that alternate channel. You can have up to 50 channels under one user account. I don't know if you all knew that or not. Create that other one that you don't show to the public so you can upload over there and do your own little test. And give it at
Oh,
least 7 days after you upload it to see, because sometimes it takes YouTube 7 days to send a, even for just a copyright claim, which is not a strike. Sometimes it takes them 7 days to send it to you.
okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Can I ask my question now?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for coming. My question is that as for example, you are into a company like selling product. Do you think that do you think YouTube is the best place to promote talk about our product or about the business opportunity?
I would have to say there's no really one best place for marketing your product. There's various different successes between various different peoples who've had one particular type of product and did great on Facebook, but not on YouTube, and the other way around. And then some people have one particular product that no matter where they advertised it, it's done well in all locations. So the best thing to do is that Facebook is very cheap. YouTube is very cheap right now when it comes to certain types of ads. Just spend a little bit of money, nothing that's going to hurt you, and just test the water on advertising. See what some of the other people are doing for both Facebook and YouTube on how to advertise your product before you just go and spend money.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And I got the questions too that I literally want to ask.
Okay.
And it's actually for me. And I got the content, and I remember I uploaded a video some times ago, and I got a fake copyright claim over the content.
Okay.
And for example, how can one deal with that before I proceed on what I did? And
Okay. So let's make it easy. There was an actual legitimate music company, and there's more than one music company that does this. We're not talking like Sony, but this one particular company was owned by Sony. Okay. This one particular company did a copyright claim on the national anthem for Kenya. Okay. So it was one of those subsidiary companies for Sony. So some people would be scared once they see the word Sony, they get scared. So what had happened is that there was a lot of uproar about this national anthem, and YouTube got so many complaints that they finally dissolved the lie about this being owned by this particular company, and it was just a big mess. But that all got resolved. But that is just one scenario that's not going to happen very often. What is going to happen sometimes is you're going to get companies like that. They're going to claim, let's say, a song that you own or a song that has no copyright whatsoever, or an individual.
okay.
And what you do is you go ahead and fight that claim. You do a counterclaim. Once you do a counterclaim, it now becomes a legal matter, and then YouTube wipes their hands of that matter. So therefore, that other person or company has exactly 7 days to come forward with a lawyer to try to prosecute you for copyright.
Okay.
So basically, a lot of people, as well as these companies who are just trying to make money off of everybody's music that they don't even own, right?
Yeah.
Will come out and kind of scare you into thinking that because we're a music company, and there's no way you're going to find out or not that we actually own the rights to this music, it's best that you don't even try to attempt a counterclaim.
Yes.
But for the individual who wants to get back at you or something like that and doesn't like your channel or what have you, and then they do something like that, again, you do a counterclaim. Now with the counterclaim, it's going to reveal who the person's counterclaiming. So it'll be your first and last name, whatever you gave YouTube. But again, they do this because it's a legal matter at this point. So again, that person that doesn't like your channel, who lies about owning that music, is going to have to provide a lawyer within 7 days. Because like I said, YouTube wipes their hands of it, and they'll put your video back up if there is no claim to combat your claim.
Okay, but my other questions is, for example, this is my content, and
Right.
I never ever copyrighted anyone content, and I do my things because literally this video is from one of my sister that tagged me how to make a poundo yam, and literally how I made my own poundo yam with my handmade, and I did it, and immediately once I did it, I got a copyright claim over it. You know why I want to say this is because many people will have experienced such things, and they wouldn't know how to sort it out.
Okay. So
And,
go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. And okay, and then immediately when I got it, I did nothing about it. I left it there. And the next video I uploaded again, I got another copyright claim. I was like, okay, something is not right here. And I got overview that this is what I can do, and I got to dispute over the videos. And after the dispute over the videos, I sent it, and YouTube sent me an email that after 30 days, they're going to reply me back if they will monetize the video or not.
Okay.
You know, in this case, they might get something like that. Like for the first video I did, and I got the copyright claim, and I left it there. But some people, they will left it there, but it is their content. But my question now is, why can't YouTube dictate this is particular content for this person. Like, you know, when we are uploading a video, if it is camera or we are using phone camera to upload our video, at least we got an ID for that phone that we've content on it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That should be an evidence for the owner that this content comes from this person's phone or from this person's video. Can that be able to clarify the whole dispute issue to come?
And kind of in a way, see, if you have the original raw footage, and let's say you had to go to court and you had the original raw footage before you made the edited video, put everything together. Let's say it's 30 minutes of video, but you edited down to 10 minutes for the final product. That right there is proof enough that it came from you, not necessarily which camera it came from. Now, there are other ways that they can be detected, but it's going to court over this, it's not going to get that deep. Now, let me ask you this. Was there any music in the background?
Yeah, there are music background, and these are free music that I can use initially.
Okay, free
Because this is
music.
what I've been using for all my content. Like every content I uploaded, I make this video, I make this music for a very long time. And most of my videos that I made, the music comes and they got monetized over it. So for the past few days now, I discovered that immediately I removed the music, you know, the claim was like, you know, out of 100%, it got to reduce to, let me say, 80%. And they tell me, okay, they're gonna reply me back.
Okay, so where did you get the free music from?
Yeah, from the apps I'm using to on the editing apps.
Okay, what are the names of some of these apps?
I normally use iMovie. I mean my movie apps. That is what I use to edit sometimes.
My movie apps. Okay, so when you're using apps like that and they say you can use their music, in most cases
No,
that's
no, no, yeah, all the apps is for free. It is used to YouTube because this is what I
Sorry
use
to
right from
come
the
in.
beginning. I started uploading any content.
okay.
Sorry to come in just to put something on that. A friend of mine, she uses InShot app and she got copyright claim on that as well. So she had to go to her YouTube Creator Studio, then change that music from InShot app and use YouTube free music from the YouTube Studio. So that was just what I want to say about that.
So what I want to say about that is what she just said is true, because what I was going to say is that you have a lot of these movie apps that are free,
Yeah.
and they license music that you can use for free, and they'll even say you can use it on YouTube. What they don't tell you a lot of times is that because they're paying for it or it's their own music, that they're not going to give you exclusive rights, even if they have 1,000 people using it. They're not going to give 1,000 people exclusive rights to use it without having some type of copyright claim. And sometimes those companies that they got the music from are claiming that music, so it's actually not free to use as you thought. So therefore,
Okay.
the safe bet is to use the music in the audio library at YouTube.
Okay.
Secondly, you can do what I did. If you know any, mainly the local type of artists who don't have
To get the
uh,
music.
to get the
Okay.
music that you agree on, even if you say, hey, I'd like to pay you a one-time fee just to use your music, you might have a friend that makes music back home, and you
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
and it'll be unique to you. Nobody else will have it, right? So if anybody else takes it, you know where it came from. Then you
Mm,
can make a copyright claim on that music.
okay.
But
Okay.
the question I want to ask also, because this one has a lot of people has been asking the question, why is YT reducing people watch hour? Because I got a lot of people that have been asking this question.
Well, it could be all different types of reasons. Are you deleting videos? Because that would be one way of doing it.
Though
Uh,
some people did not delete the video, they even upload content. I got somebody then she uploaded content and she always on YT, but every time she always complain of reducing watch hour.
okay, without knowing like the details to it, it's hard to answer a question like that, to be honest.
Okay. Someone is asking Fusco, if you are seeing the building, you can click on the link and come up here and ask by yourself. Fusco, if you are seeing the building, click on the link. I think two people asked the same question. I got another person up there who asked the same question. So Mary, okay, what are the other questions, Mary?
Yeah, I have two questions, but I've forgotten one. But
Oh
let me
my
say the
God.
one that I remember. It's about copyright. Yes, I remember this like Nigerian music in short. So when using this Nigerian music, like maybe the video, Simi, all this stuff, when we go to the description of this video, YouTube are going to put it that this video has copyright. But then there are some people that do reaction videos on YouTube. They just put copyright fair use. This video is not mine, and some writing like that. Is that video, is YouTube going to monetize that video for those people doing the reaction? Are they going to get monetized for that video?
Yeah,
Or I don't.
that doesn't mean anything. And first of all, that's code 107 point something. Fair use law only applies to the United States. So basically, I can take a snippet of video or audio from your video and recreate it to fit my narrative in my video, okay, or my audio. And at the end of the day, if somebody didn't like me doing that, even though I claim fair use and I'm within the guidelines of fair use, and we go to court over it, and it's only in the U.S. that it matters. It's up to the judge whether that person actually was under fair use or not, even if they followed all the guidelines of fair use. Now, where that applies to you not being in America is that YouTube is going to follow the YouTube community guidelines no matter what country you're in, because it's their guidelines. They're not necessarily the guidelines of the US or Italy or anywhere else. If somebody makes a claim on your video that you use 9 seconds of their video, YouTube is going to decide whether that was fair use or not. And they might even give you a notice that your video might fall under fair use, which means they'll pretty much let it go. But if they're not sure about it, they're going to give you a copyright claim. Okay, so I've been
But
through that myself.
that means if I use the whole clip from that video, it's gonna be copyrighted. It's not going to fall into fair use.
Okay, so let's say this. When you're monetized,
This is Africa. Can you drop your link in the chat so that I can drop it here?
yeah, hold on one moment.
Okay.
No, let me drop this link.
No, you cannot find it.
Yeah, even me. Why?
You put hashtag this is Africa, you're gonna find it.
On the search?
Hello, welcome
Yeah, on
everybody.
the
Thank you
search
so much for
engine.
being here. If today is your first time, do subscribe to the channel. I have seen a lot of people that come to the building. It's educative program you are seeing today. I've said it earlier. I made a mistake of not tagging it, of not sharing it on my community because I think it will not be possible. Thank God it's possible. So if you have not yet subscribed to This is Africa, I will drop the link here. Okay, I've seen it. I will drop the link there. I cannot copy it here. Okay, and you can drop it. You can drop it on the chat. You can drop it on the chat, and because I cannot copy it here.
So you just
Yeah,
maybe
you can drop it on the chat, so someone will go to your home page and they will bring it here.
All right, one moment.
Normally, I should be able to paste it here. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. If you know you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go to the home page. Watch it. Someone please should drop. Okay, that is the link of This is Africa. If you know you have not subscribed to that channel, go ahead and do that. If you know you have not yet subscribed to This is Africa, that is the link you are seeing there. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, so I'm not sure where we left off, but I want to read something that's actually on a Google help page, support.google.com for YouTube. And this is the question or the statement. I'm constantly losing watch hours I need for monetization. So let me read the long paragraph first, and then let me read a few of the comments of people who responded to that. Okay, so basically it's saying right here, hello everyone, I've started my channel August 2019, and that's when I also began the process of getting accepted for the monetization program on YouTube. I'm about 2 months into making videos and earning watch hours on my channel at this point. About 3 weeks ago, I was over 270 watch hours and needed 4,000 in order to have my channel reviewed for monetization. That number has been decreasing since. At this point, I'm at 240 hours. I find it impossible for my channel to lose watch hours due to the fact that you can't take time away. I tried contacting YouTube, but have gotten nowhere in the process. Due to their lack of assistance, I have noticed that many people have the same problem as me, and I asked to please upvote this so we can get a hold of someone in YouTube. As a creator on YouTube, it is very stressful and irritating when you know that your videos are being watched by others, yet you are losing watch hours. Not only do you have, excuse me, not only do you have to make content, watch hours, 30 hours. Okay, that didn't make sense. I lost that time. So a guy lost 30 times he's complaining, 30 hours that he's complaining about. I have less time to get to my goal of 4,000 hours. The fact that content must be watched 4,000 hours, 365 days is absurd. So basically, he's just ranting on the last sentence. So basically, this is what one person said. There is nothing you can do about it. It's the way it is. And then they have a link, I guess, to another support article. And then somebody else is saying this. I've just checked your channel on Social Blade and needed it as recorded negative video views for some days. To quote the Social Blade help pages, negative numbers most commonly appear on your Social Blade stats page when you switch one of your videos to unlisted, private, or delete it entirely. YouTube's total view count only counts views on your videos that are public. So when you take one of these actions, it adjusts accordingly. Negative numbers can also appear when YouTube audits view counts. Okay, so everybody listen to this. When YouTube audits view counts, this happens automatically every once in a while. When YouTube has determined that they made a mistake or a change in their algorithms, to put your situation into some context, if your channel was currently monetized and your viewers were mostly in countries with high revenue rates, USA, Western Europe, etc., you would be earning just $2.50 per month. My advice is to focus on growing your channel and increasing your sub count. When then the views will follow. So I don't know if that really answers anybody's questions, but I think from my experience before monetization, I did have videos that were privatized and hidden. Unhid them and then got all my hours back. Okay. If you're still losing while you're reaching that time, I've seen that too. But I could tell you right now, there are a lot of people out there running computer bots in everybody's live chat. And it's not always about the people not responding and chatting in the chat section. Some people are not real people. They're just bots. And so if YouTube is recognizing a bot with their algorithm, of course, they're going to take those hours away, those minutes away, what have you. So we can't tell who is and who is not a bot, but that does happen a lot on YouTube. So just be aware of that.
Even these days, when, for example, maybe you had a live stream, you can got 1,000 views, and before maybe 5 hours later, it will totally reduce to 700 or 600.
That I don't know. That would tell me that there's probably hundreds of different bots. Now I have seen this. I've seen a guy from Japan actually come into a friend of mine's live stream. Okay. And what this guy did, he had at least 700 bots. So there were 700 so-called people in my friend's chat, and there's only one real person. Now, he was actually responding like a human would to all the questions when it was geared towards him, but the others responding that were actually bots, they were very generic in their response when you're asking them questions. And he eventually said, I'm just running a bunch of bots. So basically, my friend lost a whole lot of hours because of that. Now, usually people who do that are trolls who want to mess up your live stream, not necessarily because of monetization. It's just because they would just want to cause chaos in the moment.
Yeah.
And I've seen this more than once. I've seen it probably 5 times in 3 years. And I've seen it happen to one big YouTuber when I watched a replay on somebody else, because the other person was admitting what they did. And they were a big YouTuber crew, actually, messing with another big YouTuber. So, but
That's
most of the
actually
time,
a game to them, right?
Say what again?
That is actually a game to them, right?
It's a game to them. Yeah, to trolls, absolutely. They feel like they got power. So even though they're not making any money from it, it doesn't matter what your feelings are. They just feel powerful. They're keyboard warriors, is what they are. That's what they're called, keyboard warriors.
There's a question. Please, what about YouTuber turn off your comments from your video because it contains kids? You still going to monetize on the particular video?
Let me read that. You should be able to get monetized for that video, only because you're not gearing it towards advertising to kids. So if you're advertising to children, there's another American law called COPA, and what that states is companies, and they're talking about companies, and you as an individual entrepreneur can be considered a company. If you try to advertise a BMW or Mercedes-Benz to a 9-year-old kid, that's illegal. You're trying to prompt them into desiring that car. So even though it's at 9 years of age, they may unfairly go to BMW or Mercedes dealers and buy their cars instead of a Toyota. So that gets into a lot of legal matters that really don't apply to you if you're not in the U.S. However, again, just like the other thing I mentioned before with the fair use, because it's an American law and YouTube is in America, YouTube is going to follow American law and make it apply to everybody. So yeah, you can get it. Just go ahead and monetize it anyway. And if they give a reason why they can't monetize it, you're gonna have to take it from there.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello sis. Hello bro.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
You have to move to the one you used to hear yours. You have to reduce the volume of the
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening. You can go on.
Hello dear. Hello bro.
We can hear you.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Doing good.
You're fine.
Yeah. Good evening. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right. Well done. I love what you guys are doing. I just want to say well done. Thank you so much. My question is, if you are going for monetization and you have copyright claims on some song or maybe on some videos that you have on your channel, will you be monetized even though those hours will not be counted? Will you be monetized even if those hours are not even there but the videos are there? Does it affect your channel?
Yes, you will not get monetized until you delete them all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
And
talking of this,
then whatever hours you gain because of those ones you deleted, you'll have to make them up again.
In
Really?
some case, they will show you that
Okay.
maybe
What
that's
of song that you mute or replace the song?
Yeah.
If you can replace it, then go ahead and do that. But if it's a live
If you can
stream,
mute, what of mute?
Yeah.
well, you can mute,
We can mute.
if that option's available. I don't use the YouTube Studio Editor, but yes, you can do that. However, if it's a live stream and you have music in the background, and if it's over 3 hours, you cannot edit over a 3-hour live stream. You'd have to lose that whole live stream.
Oh my God. All right. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you. Thank you so much, African New TV.
Thank you so much, please. God bless you. Bless everyone.
SSTJ TV, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
If you
All
have
right,
not yet
bye.
connected with This is Africa, that is the link you are seeing there. Just go ahead and connect.
I have This is Africa.
Okay, thank you so much. Everyone
Yes.
is proud to know if you have not yet connected with This is Africa. And please, they are dropping the link. SS is dropping the link. Go ahead and connect.
Yeah, I have a question. Are you gonna get a copyright strike if you get multiple flags on your videos? Like in case of multiple flags, is it gonna lead to copyright strike?
Well, if you get 3 strikes, you're out.
No,
So
I mean flags.
right. Well,
Can
okay.
flags lead to, yeah?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Can multiple flags lead to a strike? Is that your question?
Yes,
Yes, it could.
exactly.
It could. Now there are some trolls out there that have meetups, like say on Facebook or whatever, and they'll say, okay, we need like 30 people at once to flag this one video over on YouTube. And so everybody will go over there because it's different accounts and flag that one video. And YouTube will play it safe and just go ahead and flag it. Doesn't mean you got a strike. Now, if whatever they say does give you a strike, then what you have to do is you have to what they call appeal it. You have to appeal the strike, and then give an explanation. And you have to give key points in the video if they mark any key points, saying that there's nothing like that that violates anything in your community guidelines, because most likely it's going to say either you violated something within our community guidelines because of all those flaggings that cause that strike, or maybe you violated somebody's privacy policy, like you shown their face and that never happened. Because they don't have time to go through it, you have to appeal it and make somebody go through it. And usually that process doesn't happen right away.
Yeah, it happened to me a lot when I first started my channel. I don't know, maybe someone was actually, it's not even maybe. There were people were just actually after me, and I was actually very small then. Whenever I just post a new video, I'll just get email from YouTube. Your video got flagged and has been removed from YouTube because of money, because of a community, whatever. They just start saying stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, YouTube will delete that video from my channel. So I wasn't taking it serious until it started becoming something that just happens every day. When I upload the video, the next day that I will go on YouTube, YouTube will tell me, sorry, your video has been taken down because someone flagged the video. So that was when I was not like, no, something is wrong. Like my own video that I did without adding anything else in it, and it's been flagged and YouTube removed it. I was not like, okay, is it like I should just stop on YouTube? Before I actually now went down, and then I saw you can actually appeal. So I now went to the appeal section, then I appealed for one of my videos. The rest of the videos, I would just always delete them. But on this particular day, I recorded that video for 20 minutes. Like 21 minutes after editing, doing everything. The video was 20 minutes long, and someone just flagged it. I was so pained to the extent, so I just had to go appeal. And immediately I just appealed to the video. Like before I would sleep and wake up the next morning, my video was returned. I was like, wow, so I've actually been cheating myself all this while.
Right.
And the person still worked on flagging my videos, and I kept on retrieving them, and that was how that person stopped flagging my videos.
Right. So actually, with your testimony, going through the appeals, they do work in most cases. And I recommend anybody in that same situation, don't let somebody bully you because they don't like your content. And plus, you don't even know why they don't like your content, right?
Yeah.
So basically, even the people who are thumbing down your videos, live streams or what have you, it doesn't matter because that counts as engagement. But usually, the people who are flagging, thumbing down your videos are some of the people who are actually flagging your videos for no good apparent reason.
Yeah.
because all of my video can't be bad for them. Even if one is bad, that then they flag
Sister
it.
Mary,
It's
Sister Mary,
it's
please.
normal.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Please, this is Africa. I had a
Hmm.
question for you. Yeah. Someone is saying my question is about money
Okay.
issue. He said a friend of mine said money was being reduced, and yesterday my money got reduced too. Please, what can be the cost?
Does she mean playback PDC or something?
I don't know if the person is still in the building or I've dropped the chat. Are you still in the building? For the person who asked the question, if you can come up here and ask the question and ask the question by yourself. That's why I'm dropping a link out there.
Is this something that was viewed in analytics? Because if you go by the day by
Yeah.
day, it's going to show up and down results. Um, and I'm not an expert on the analytics. It's something that I plan to be an expert later on in life,
Mm.
because the analytics, there's a lot of powerful information in there. But it's not my strong point. But what I do know is that when you're checking on a daily basis and you see the up and down, don't fear that, because that really doesn't mean anything. You're not losing
Hi guys.
any money.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
We have sister.
Yeah.
Wait a little bit. We have a sister Val here. Just wait a little bit.
Okay.
Sister Val, good evening.
She's muted
Sister
herself.
Val 11. She has muted it again.
Sorry, I thought I unmuted it. Apologies. So, evening, African News TV, and this is Africa, and
Hello.
who the other lady is. Sorry. So I actually came up here because of the question that somebody asked earlier in relation to videos that had copyright claims, and because I thought she was asking if you have a copyright claim on any of your videos, will you lose hours or something along those lines? And but you've answered her question and she seemed pretty happy, so I'll leave it at that. So, but in relation to this new question, I noticed that when I first started, when I first got monetized, and I was like, huh, why is every time I look at it, the money looks like it's gone down? And then originally, on some occasions, it was because sometimes I'm looking at it in dollars, and sometimes I'm looking at it in pounds. So if I'm looking on my laptop, it tells me in pounds. If I'm looking on the YT Studio app, it gives it to me in dollars. And also, like you said, if you look at it every day, Google, the algorithm is like processing your views and all that kind of stuff. And if it's just like within the first like 48 hours or something, there can be a slight adjustment,
Hmm.
similar to this what you guys were talking about earlier, where you might have a video or a live stream where you had 1,000 views and it might go down, or 300 views and it might go down somewhat. So yeah, that's where some of those things come from, my perspective anyway. I'm not an expert like yourself, but learning as
Yeah.
I'm going along.
Yeah.
Especially.
This would be another one, for these types of analytical questions about money going up and down. Again, this is an area where I would take advantage of the experts who have already made videos and they explain quite well. Um, just type in monetization, losing money as keywords, and you might want to put TubeBuddy or VidQ in there, because both of those companies have actually addressed this type of information quite a bit, going into how to read the analytics so that way you can understand it. Now the other question here, we have Africa Kitchen. She's asking, my question is, if someone drops their own link on a live stream when you have gotten monetized, or not gotten monetized, when you go on review, is YouTube going to monetize you? Why? Sure, why not? Absolutely. You obviously allowed them to do that. If they're a moderator and you're the host, you can drop links all day. If they're just somebody who's not a moderator, then usually what's going to happen is going to be hidden, and it's up to you as a moderator or host to either show it or hide it.
Well, I don't allow people to drop links on my channel because it's self promotion.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't like self promotion either, and that's totally understandable because it gets out of hand. And what a lot of people don't understand too is, like, for example, if you're not a moderator and let's say you got permission anyway from the host to drop your link on once on every video, like in the comment section after the fact, YouTube could terminate your whole channel because it would be considered spam. So even as a moderator, I don't do that, because I have had one of my channels in the past where I had permission and then I did that and YouTube just terminated me with no appeal process whatsoever. So
Yeah, I thought as much too, because dropping your links or it's part of self promotion, and it can get a consequences for that, because I could remember vividly when I'm still growing and I hadn't got much knowledge over what is going on YT, and somebody would drop my link, and after the person dropped my link, and I will be the one to drop my link in another channel, in another live stream. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I normally do that. So on a certain time when I started live streaming, then I got flagged. Okay. After I got flagged and they took down my videos. So that's my first flag I'm gonna get when I'm streaming. So the email YouTube sent to me was that I have reached my limitation of spam comments.
Oh.
Like, it actually indicates on that email message that I have received my spam comment.
That makes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was going to say that makes sense, and I'll elaborate why after you're done.
Yeah. And at the same time, it actually has a repercussion for me. But hopefully, I stopped this whole shit before it went down on me. But when we are telling our people that don't drop your comments, or don't drop your links, they're gonna think maybe you don't allow them to green or something. But it is for their self promotion and for their channel, because this is gonna prevent them from all the repercussion that is going to come upon their channel in the future. You see, I've learned a lot over that, and when we are telling our people, they believe, yeah, that this is not interesting enough.
So somebody's got some back feed. I'm not sure who it is, but here's okay. It's gone. That's a very good point that you bring up, because I don't know if you ever noticed, but I would think everybody has who's a moderator, that when you go to some popular live streams, let's just say What Am I, because I'm a moderator over there, and we get a ton of hidden messages to either completely hide it or to show it, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with all capitalizations. That's a big thing YouTube doesn't like. I know that's a Nigerian thing where titles and sentences and everything, every letter is capitalized. Actually, me and Asma were talking about that after the live, about all the capitalizations. That may be a common thing with Nigerians, but it's not common with a lot of other people. And that could also be considered spam, because in the troll world and all that, that's considered one of the areas of spam, all capitalizations. The other thing too is there's no such thing as YouTube saying you can't use an emoji. What YouTube does not like is how many times you're using emoji in one particular post, one particular comment. So it goes beyond, it's safe to say if it goes beyond 2, there's a good chance it's going to be temporarily hidden until you either decide to show it or hide it. Now, when you get too many of those, like way too many, I could see where the algorithm will probably go ahead and just automatically shut down your stream. And I think that's why it's very important when you have somebody, a big channel like What Am I, you should have some moderators that you can trust that are usually going to be around anytime you go live, so they can handle that. But also set some rules out for the moderators. Don't just let those ones that are temporarily hidden to stay temporarily hidden. Hide them so they're completely off. Because for one, as a moderator, it gets harder to read, and 2, YouTube sees everything. So this is part of the stuff where YouTube thinks it's a spam for now, and if you let too many accumulate, eventually they will stop your live stream, and then you're not going to get credit for that live stream most likely.
Mhm.
So now let me give some other examples to that. I know we say a great way to drop an email when somebody's not a moderator, but nobody else can see it is, but the mods can see it and the host can see it, is so that way we can give it to you, and that way you can get in contact with them. But we don't really want to show the email addresses. For one, it's a direct contact way of spamming somebody later on. Not necessarily right there in the chat, but they got your email, you got theirs, and then they can start sending you all types of spam. And where did it originate from? It originated from YouTube. YouTube doesn't want to be a part of that in any way, shape, or form. The other thing too, for every not moderator, but for every host, when we're using StreamYard or anything else kind of like it, and we say drop the link, I would recommend don't doing it. Now, everybody here, I'm pretty sure we're safe, but this is the reason why I'm going to bring it up, and it's usually the offense of Americans and British, is that you get a troll that gets on, it clicks that link, gets on the panel, and starts showing some type of pornography images, or starts cussing, and nobody here is cussing, right? This is what you're going to get, because these people are trolls. They'll just come up and just ruin your live stream like that. Now, if they show any type of pornography and your stream has gone over 3 hours, remember what I said, you can't edit over a 3-hour live stream.
Yeah.
So therefore you have to delete the whole thing, because one of the algorithm filters that YouTube has set in place is I don't remember the name, but it's like a nudity flesh filter. I think it's called a flesh filter. So if somebody's wearing those types of suits that makes them look like they're nude, or if they actually are nude, the algorithm is going to pick it up, and then that can help them flag down your channel from YouTube directly. So what I would recommend is that when we bring people on the panel for these StreamYards, is that let them drop their email. You send them the email. Virtual Grace is really good at this. She'll get the email first and then send you the StreamYard link. And if I can remember, I think I was the one who taught her that, because about over a year ago, I was teaching her a few things about, I think at the time was Google Hangouts. And the same thing applied even then with Google Hangouts as it does with StreamYard today. Get the email, send the link to that person, so that way not just anybody that's watching can get it and come in and cause chaos.
So it's not good to drop a link on the chat.
It's not good. It's not against the YouTube rules, but there's a risk at doing it. So what I'm talking about right now is you're risking a troll to come in and cause chaos within your live stream. And we have no idea, anybody that's watching, and I don't know how many people you got watching right now, 34 people or what have you, but how many times do we have our kids looking at our computer screens or our phones, looking at a panel like this, and then all of a sudden somebody pops up with some type of nudity because they want to create chaos where chaos was not there until they came. And so that's going to get your video taken down.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
So the responsible thing is to do like Virtual Grace is doing, get those emails like for all the future streams, and then send it to them, because at least at that point, you know who it is.
Yeah.
And if it's somebody that's just coming in and you don't know who they are, and they say, send the email to me, excuse me, send me an email with that link, I wouldn't do it. I'd have to get to know that person for a little while.
That is why then enough subscriber is not sufficient then.
Sister Bosse, what is your question? I have Godwin. Who's Godwin?
Yeah. Hi guys. Good evening, everyone. My question is goes like this. On Saturday, I was on my after my LS. It will process. It processed for a long time. It was 7 hours. Even there was a video I downloaded. That one got finished. The
live stream.
The LS video was still processing on Saturday stroke yesterday, but today it got vanished. I didn't see it anymore from anywhere.
How many hours was that live stream?
7 hours.
I'm not sure. That happens every once in a great while.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens to me also when I was still looking for watch hour. I think that stream was about 5 hours. I get a lot of views, but when I want to upload it, I got about 8 days watch hour on it. When I want to upload the video, it told me that the system it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
But up to now
Yes,
I can't find the video. They took the
yes.
video.
Yeah,
But those people,
that's some type of glitch. I had that problem like a month ago, and I've had it probably a couple times over the years. And then one of my friends in Uganda, she had that same issue too, where she did like a live stream that was no more than 6 hours, and it got hung up. It looked like it was buffering, and we couldn't get it back, or she couldn't get it back, and she lost that whole video. And it was buffering. Get this, it was buffering for like almost 30 hours, and
Yeah,
we
okay,
yeah,
how
that's
many
how.
hours are we supposed to stream?
well she couldn't even stop it in the
Yeah,
studio.
you cannot stop it in studio. Yeah, it continue rolling. It happens to me. It continue rolling. No, she's
Yeah,
asked this question, but this Africa, okay, this Africa has noticed. Okay, what I knew about streaming, is it right or wrong? This Africa about live streaming that 10 hours is the maximum you can go.
yes. I've tried.
Actually it's 12 hours.
12 hours.
Okay,
That
12
without
hours.
stopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
And
you can go
again,
48 hours, but it's not gonna stick. Once you go past, I don't know the exact threshold, but I've gone up to 48 hours and got nothing. I've gone to 17 hours and got nothing. I've gone to within the 13 hour and it always goes back to 12, or I quit it within the 12th hour and it always goes back to actually 11 hours and 55 minutes.
Well,
So,
I've got an experience in my situation when I was looking for watch hour. I streamed for 11 hours. That day, normally I stream for 10 hours, but that day I slept off and I streamed for 11 hours, 30 minutes. But when they bring the video back to me, they reduce it to 9 hours.
yes.
yeah,
The video
Even
was reduced to 9.
it's one of those things that we just don't have a clue of what's going on at YT.
Or if I stream 10 hours, it will be 10 hours. It will be there. But if I go above it, they will reduce the hours.
Are you using a phone when you do this?
I'm using my laptop.
Okay, me too. That's all I use is computer, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
okay, I have another question again. Is it good after the LS you put off the comment section
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
comment?
You could do that before the LS.
So I think if you do that before the LS, a lot of people will not be able to come into the building.
No. Comments as far as the comment section. But
Okay.
yeah, you can wait till after the fact. Just remember that whatever your routine is, maybe you could write it down in like a checklist. Make sure I do this beforehand. Make sure I do this during, and make sure I do this after the fact. That's what I
Even
do.
about the comment section, I taught it yesterday in my live stream, and I brought one of my video and I show how to edit it, how to when you finish the LS, it will show you edition directly. It will take you to how to edit the video, then how you can put the comment section off, even the reply chat. For example, what you type here now, you cannot be able to see it anymore in the chat. You just go there and click it and you switch it
Okay,
off.
I'll go and find it out because I watched.
Watch
I'm
the
talking to African TV. I watched how to make link, how to do
no,
your
no, not that one.
copy link.
It's on the live stream yesterday. On the live stream yesterday,
Okay.
if you can watch
Yeah,
it.
I was on my live. Yeah, I think I was on too. So I will go and check it later so that I can learn from it because it's a bit difficult for me now to put off my comment section because they
And
will ask me if it's for kids, yes or no. But I
so
don't know
it's
what
not
to
in
put.
that place. It's not in that place. Under the when you want to edit the video, it's when you are editing videos. So maybe can I do that? Can you permission me? This is Africa. Okay,
Uh,
maybe I will do that later. I will do that tomorrow again. If you
Okay,
can come around tomorrow again, I will do that again.
okay, okay. Please do. I'm
um,
kind
I,
of confused.
there was a
Yeah, tomorrow
question
again.
that was
Yeah.
on the screen that I wanted to answer from Bobo.
Bobo
And
wife.
it's not up here anymore.
Oh, let me check. Maybe
Thank
I can.
you. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
no
You're
problem.
welcome.
Welcome. Bye. We have Godwin.
Hi.
God.
Oh,
No problem.
hi. It's
Okay, good. Hello.
Reduce the volume. Reduce the volume. Reduce the volume. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, hello.
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 Good
Yeah, good evening, my friend.
How you
I
doing?
evening.
thank you for, I'm fine. I thank you for what you are doing.
No
It's
problem.
really a nice job because I'm really learning a lot. So
God
God
bless
bless
you.
you for that.
God bless you too.
So my question is that my trade video got copyright and it was taken down, and I also happy. But the problem is that I don't know if that will affected me or affect my channel if I want to monetize. But I deleted the video. You understand?
Well,
But I
yeah.
just
Well,
tried till August.
okay. So as long as you gotten rid of the copyright material, then you're okay. And if you actually got a copyright strike, you just wait till the copyright strike ends, and you're okay.
Okay,
Start over.
okay. There's no problem.
No, no. It is only a problem when you reach that third strike and they terminate your channel.
Okay, no problem. Because I was afraid.
Okay, so Bobo family, let's see. When I heard that you drop your link by yourself, your watch hours reduce. Okay, that again, Bobo family vlogs. I've never heard of that, and I've heard people mention that numerous times until YouTube actually says that they're doing that. There's nothing in their community guidelines or any of their other policies that says that they actually do that. Unless for some reason we can get a hold of them directly. And I've also looked this up on the Google search, the Google support page for YouTube. I don't find anything in there that indicates that. So all I see and hear is rumors, and that's it. It's kind of like when people are, to me right now, it's kind of like when people were saying that last year that when the monetization policy is updated through Google AdSense, that we all have to have 10,000 hours instead of 4,000
Yeah,
watch hours.
I had that from one YouTuber here in Germany also. That's what
Mhm.
she's been climbing for. She
And
said it. That's
people
true.
are still saying it. It was not even a month ago. There was a couple people in chat saying the same thing. So they're still spreading that rumor. First they said it was going to be on the 10th of December. 10th of December came when the new update came into place. Never happened. We're still at 4,000. So for those who missed the beginning when I came on, one of the first things I said was people are creating rumors out of fear, and they're
Yeah.
spreading rumors out of fear just because they don't know something. Because you got to read those community guidelines, you got to read those monetization guidelines, you got to read them all from top to bottom a couple times a year at least. So that way, when somebody says something that you did not read, then you're pretty sure that it's not true. Not that they're lying, it's just that they might be carrying information and they did not investigate themselves to find out if it was actually true or not. And so therefore they continue to spread that rumor that's not true. So whenever you read all the policies and somebody says that, don't be disrespectful to them. Just understand that they're probably saying it out of fear, or they just didn't do the investigation themselves. Just find out for yourself, research yourself. That way you are in the know all the time.
Exactly.
Okay, Sister Val is still in the building. Is also here again. Sister Val.
Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to ask. You know the setting on the dashboard when it allows you to embed or something or to disable it. What do you think? I mean, what is there an advantage or disadvantage? Because it just seemed like what I read, it seemed like you could like embed it into your website. But if you leave it on, does that mean that someone could just embed it on their website? And what does that mean for your channel?
Okay. There's a lot of background. Let me see if I get this right. So when you're setting up a video for upload, or even a live stream, there's a section under the more options where it says allow embedding. You can check that or uncheck that. So if that's what you're talking about and you check it, somebody can take the code, and if they have a website, they can promote your video by posting your video on their website. So for example, you see a lot of websites, like article websites, doing this. They'll talk about healthcare, and they might include somebody else's YouTube video somewhere in the article, and it's not their video, it's somebody else's. But because the video was already made, they don't have to make a video. They posted it on their webpage. So that's what embedding means. If that is what you're asking, then yes, that is true.
If it's on their website and it's embedded, can that stop you getting the views?
No. That helps increase your views. Actually, YouTube wants people to do that because it brings people back to YouTube. Like YouTube doesn't want people going to Facebook, but YouTube would love to have YouTube links on Facebook so you can bring people from Facebook back to YouTube. So no, that's a good thing to have, actually. And that's why they offer that option.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's see. The Kumba guy has a question here. Or is that a question?
Who?
Oh, he's making a statement on what I said. Okay.
Okay, is it a statement? Okay.
It's a statement, yeah. But he is correct. He is absolutely correct.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sometimes we need to sit down.
We need to
and
learn
take some lectures.
what cause view reduce. That is, the course is still asking the same question though. What cause the views reduce?
Yeah, I think some people are just coming in at different times having the same question.
Yeah, because I think also these people looking for banana coming out, going out, coming out, going out. Maybe it's part of it.
Right. There's something that I wanted to say a while back. I kind of touched on it. It has to do with TubeBuddy and vidIQ. And one thing I did say after that is that get to know the YouTube Studio pretty much like on the back of your hand. Become an expert on YouTube Studio. This is just my recommendation. You don't have to. You can multitask if you want to in the beginning. But my recommendation is get to be an expert on the YouTube Studio because you have to use it anyway. And then add something like vidIQ or a TubeBuddy as a tool, because that is those two programs are a whole like YouTube Studio has a lot to it. When you get into TubeBuddy or vidIQ, it has a lot to itself as well. But they are tools that you can use with your YouTube Studio, but still there's a lot of things about it. If you just want to know about how to place tags from TubeBuddy and vidIQ, then that's fine. But if you want to get into all the different research tools that they have on those two programs, then as much time as you had put into YouTube Studio and learning it, you need to put as much time into one of those two and use it as a tool. And what I don't recommend, some people do it. Some people use TubeBuddy and vidIQ at the same time because they have slightly different features for some things. But I would recommend staying away from doing that because it might become a little too daunting at times, and you might confuse one thing for the other. And so I just recommend using one or the other when you're using it with YouTube Studio.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you so much. God bless you, big
You're
brother.
welcome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. If anyone has question for the last time, it's because it has been here for more than 3 hours. So I really appreciate the time, even if we are going to come another day. So let's make it short so that you can add a lot of rest, because it's been a long day. Because he has been on a live stream before coming here in the building. So let's appreciate. I have a question. What is your question? Let's take one or two questions and call it a day. What's your question? Can you come up here? If I can drop a link there. So if you can come to the chat and ask your question. I've dropped the link out there. Who said he has a question? Thanks so much. Thanks so much. This is Africa.
You got 40, 43 down to 41. Oh, so you've been hitting like 40 plus for a long time.
I
Yeah, for as many people watching, you've been hitting like 40 plus. Pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, they really appreciate it because I've said it earlier, but I think we cannot meet the demand because it's since of you said you have live stream. I should have posted on my community that I have someone here today. See one
Okay.
family, welcome to the building. Said I said my my hours is reduced. I didn't know why.
Decreasing.
Decrease. That's reducing.
So Clement Flavor has our favor has a.
But I know, yeah, that the question said, if you got monetized, can you delete your live stream? It's possible, of course. I can answer the question, and I got a number. That's why I didn't answer the question. It's possible when you are monetized, you can delete your live stream, or you can
If you
hide
want.
it if you want.
But the better way.
See the
for them to
question here. This
put
is
it in
Africa. The
private.
person has dropped the question here.
Well, let me answer a part of that of Clement's question, though, is that when you do that, yes, you can do that, but when you do that, one thing you're going to lose for sure, and that's the views. So if that live stream created, say, 300 views, that's 300 views that's going to be taken away from your total view count. So if that's something that means something, and you want to show your views, you know, as a way of maybe getting more subscribers because they like how many views you have, you got to think about it. You want to sacrifice that 300, or do you want to keep it? So the next question's on the screen, right?
But does the views really matters?
Well,
After monetization,
the views do matter. I forgot where it matters now. Like there's different areas of YouTube. You start qualifying for different things, like the membership stuff. Something about, I can't really think of it other than that
but
first thing.
for
But
example, you have to got a lot of views before getting the membership.
right, like you know, on some people's channels they have that join button.
Yeah.
Okay, that ties in with subscribers some way. So I don't know the full details on it, but each little level that you qualify for YouTube features, views comes into place somewhere along the line. And these are not views that you necessarily were paid for. We're talking total views. So it all depends. Anytime that you, like, say, a lot of us have been getting rid of our live streams that are ugly just to get monetized. But when those went away, so did all the views. But even if you kept them and you put them on unlisted, you still don't get the views because they're on unlisted. So really, it's a decision you have to make. Do you want to take advantage of anything that YouTube offers down the line, and you need all the views that you can get in order to get that feature that you want from them? Keep them. But otherwise, if you don't want them, just start from fresh. If you're really popular on YouTube and you got a good fan base, you're going to get the views made up anyway, pretty quickly. So
that's amazing.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the last
now,
time.
is Slim asking the question?
Oh,
the comment on the screen.
I have a question.
I heard that if you don't get your 1,000 sub before 4 months, YouTube will delete it.
No, not 4 months.
Not 4 months. Okay, that is our questions. This is Africa on the screen right there.
Oh, let me answer this one. Okay. I had that if you don't get your 1,000 sub before 4 months, YouTube will delete it and you'll start all over again. No, that's not true.
Yeah. Only what
No, what you might be confusing that, or somebody else might be confusing something else that kind of pertains to that is watch hours, not the amount of subscribers. If you go over 365 days and you're not monetized yet because you have not reached that 4,000 hours, so the 366th day is when they start deducting hours from the previous year, day by day, not the whole year at once. Some people think that when it reaches that 1 day past the year, they lost all the hours at once. from day one when they started. That's not true. It's only like if it was February the 5th this year and you go to February 6th the next year, you're only losing hours for that previous February 5th. And then you can compete with the hours that you've already gained on a day-by-day basis by uploading more videos or doing live streams. So no, you're not losing everything at once. If that's what they were trying to say, then that would be correct. But with your question, that's not true.
Okay.
Someone, it will be the last person for today, said he had a question. Welcome.
Good evening.
Good
Hello.
evening.
Yeah. So I have a question concerning my AdSense account.
About what?
My AdSense.
AdSense account, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Reduce the volume of the one you used to listen to the live stream.
okay. And now?
It's okay.
Okay.
Don't
So
listen to that one. Just concentrate on your earphone on this one because that one will be slow.
okay. So it's better now?
Reduce, just remove the one you used to listen to the chat. Remove it.
Okay. And now you can hear me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So when I want to apply my monetization, there
Yeah.
was a mistake I made. I used a wrong account for my AdSense account. So and it went through. It went straight for review. Though they canceled the monetization was rejected then, but now I have been monetized. But still I can't still log into my AdSense account because I did create a private AdSense account.
Okay, when you created it, did you create an AdSense account prior to monetization, or did you do it during the monetization process?
I didn't create it then because I didn't know about the AdSense account until when it was on review. I was trying to use my URL of my YouTube, but each time I add in the link, it bounced back, and I mistakenly used a wrong account to add in, and it went straight to review. Now the channel has been monetized, but till now I can't log into the AdSense because I don't actually know the create an AdSense account.
Okay, so when you go to AdSense.com, are you using the same email that you log into when you check your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm using it with my YouTube URL, but it will take me to continue on YouTube.
Okay.
And once I continue on YouTube, it just takes me straight to YouTube help.
Try this. Go to google.com/AdSense.
Yeah, I've tried that. But it
Okay.
still takes me, once I put in my URL, it takes me straight to the it takes me straight to YouTube help.
But this Africa, I got someone who had the same problem. Maybe by now it will be sleeping. I should have called him on the phone and maybe he can give his own experience because he said he deleted the Google AdSense. That is when he can put in another new one.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Pablo.
Yeah. So he would actually, since he has the experience, and it might not be the exact same problem that you're having, but I think contacting him and talk to him about the experience he went through would probably be your best option right now. Because if you keep getting the loop back to support.google for help pages, it's not going to get you anywhere. So and also you might want to think about, did you have another email address signed up on that same AdSense account? If you did, you might want to try that one.
I later created a private Gmail, but can't create a new Google AdSense account because they have to tell me to first sign up, and once I add in my URL,
Oh,
it take me straight to YouTube's help, like
okay.
YouTube
I,
help. Yeah.
I think I'm a little confused. You already have an AdSense account. You're trying to create a second one?
Nine. No, I didn't create any one because I didn't know what it's called then.
Hmm.
The first time I want to apply for monetization, I have no idea about that. So I made the mistake of adding in just a different account, and mistakenly just went straight to review without creating a AdSense account separately.
Okay, so at this point, I have no experience with that particular issue. I would
Yeah,
definitely recommend speaking to Pablo and see
yeah,
if he
yeah.
can get
Just
anything.
try got my WhatsApp number on the about section of the African New TV homepage. So I'll try and talk to Pablo so that we can do it. He will try his best. That's the
Okay.
only thing I can recommend to you because he got similar problem. He got similar problem, and he said it took him some while before he can got monetized because of the problem. And he said he deleted the account. He deleted the old account because he said
Because now I
he
have been
used it while
monetized, but I
used
can
it
see
while
my money, all my ends in the studio, but can't actually see anything into AdSense account because I can't create a new one now.
No,
That is the issue.
you don't want to create a new one. You can only have one AdSense account. If you create a second AdSense account, Google AdSense themselves will terminate your Google AdSense account, and then you can't use it. Never create a second one.
So I have to create because I haven't created. I think you are missing a point. I haven't created any Google AdSense account. So I don't know how to create it because each time I want to create it bounce back to YouTube help. So I
So
even tried tweeting YouTube, but they said they will get back to me, but haven't still heard from them till now.
you're probably just going to have to wait. But when you went through the application for monetization to get the review, did you not sign up for AdSense at that point?
No, I didn't.
Okay. You chose the option to do later?
I didn't. I just click a regular one of my accounts
Hmm.
in my system, and it entered to review straight.
Okay. Yeah, that's something I don't have any experience on.
that is the way that's that place people have to be very very careful before going to monetization. I made a video about that it's better for you to create that access account before monetization because actually it also helps because if you create it earlier before monetization, when you got your 4,000 watch hour directly you're going to review. But if you have not yet created it, you're going to wait for review of access for about maybe 40 hours or so before after access has processed it and if accept your account, there is when you go for review. So I recommend people got the access account before the 4,000 watch hour.
I'm sorry.
Now,
Okay.
I got a question for pretty much anybody in the chat, um, and this is something that is a problem, and I know this firsthand because I'm from the U.S. and it's an issue here. But ever since everybody has had their YouTube channel and they've had live streams, and if they've gotten any number of Americans coming in, making comments in the chat or even in the comments section after the video, has anybody experienced any like bad behavior, bad language, in a lot of off-topic topics opposed to the topic of the video?
Yeah, a lot of them.
A
Even when
lot.
you uploaded a video, there's
Hmm.
some people who just come, they drop a comment. They are the first person to come and drop a comment
Yeah,
that new friend here, I
friends
want to be
here.
a friend. And I got a lot of them. Even
Okay.
about some 3 weeks ago, I had a throat. Some people are using my picture to do sort of nonsense, going to different live stream and insult people.
Okay. I'm already seeing Daughter of Zion. Yes, she does. Joy, Medicare TV says yes. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I was modding on Virtual Grace, I think it was yesterday, and it wasn't too bad then. She had a guest on, and he was speaking a lot about belief in Christianity and stuff like that. And of course, anytime you have a topic like that, there's going to be a lot of people like having issues with the subject because they believe in something else. But that's not really the issue. The issue is the Americans that were in the chat basically kind of like derailing or trying to derail the chat conversation, and it's always pretty much a racist topic to them. Whether you're talking about Jesus, politics, financial, whatever about Africa, they want to change it to their narrative. And what I've noticed, and I don't watch a lot of African YouTuber live streams anymore, when I notice certain ones have a lot of Americans in it because the Americans seem to have taken over the panels as well as taken over the chats, and it doesn't seem like the conversation is about Africa anymore or what have you. It's about America, and then if Africa is involved, it has to be an American point of view, not an African point of view. And if it's an African point of view, you're not awoke. You're not awakened to what's going on in the world. That is what I see a lot of. That's what I know happens a lot in the U.S. And it's become very unattractive on a lot of people's channels that I like. So I'm wondering, have you guys been noticing that as well as I have been noticing that?
Yeah, what I can say about that is I think at this our area it's not likely common for Americans to control.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's really scaring things for some while that some people are using other people's names. That is what we have noticed here in this our area. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of American coming trolling on such things like that, no, it's not. It's not common. I haven't noticed that too. But they do
Okay.
come your videos and comments. I've subscribed to you. Subscribe back. Let's be friends. You know, and all that. But I guess they were trying to have access to you so that they can do all those things.
Okay, so maybe I should be a little more specific on what I meant by it. Is that we'll just take Wodamaya as an example, and he's not the only one, but his topic will be something like, should we? Let's just say should we replace the African leaders with new ones? Let's just say that's a topic, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get an outpour of Africans coming in and talk about the situation, and they know the situation on the ground.
Yeah.
Then you're going to get a bunch of Americans who think they know what the situation is on the ground, and they're going to try to give all their advice, all their so-called wisdom. And basically, if you ever say anything that they don't like, then all of a sudden they start calling you names. They start trying to get on the panels and derail the panel conversation, derail the comment conversation in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Have you noticed them doing that in those types of topics?
Yeah, so far no. So far
Okay.
no.
Okay.
Can I get in with my question, please?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
But I will just add a little bit of what you were saying. So my nature, I'm an African teacher with my wife. I'm an English teacher, but I'm an African, like black. So when we go to YouTube, some other people are like, how can you teach English if you're not a native English speaking citizen? Like, you're not white, you're not from England, you're not from America. So those type of things do happen a lot. So that was my contribution on that point. And I'm going on to ask my questions. So my first question is, if you have multiple accounts on YouTube, like you have 2-3 accounts, but you use the same Gmail, like the email,
right?
On the monetization, will they take the views from all your channels, or each channel will stand on its own?
Okay, so you are correct. You can have actually up to 50 YouTube channels under one Gmail account. So I think that's the max. So you can have 50, and then each one, just like your first one, if you're trying to get them monetized, it will be with the same Google AdSense account, and each one will have its own separate review.
Okay. And my second question now is about copyright.
Okay.
You know, there are a lot of like kindergarten music, like online, on YouTube, and everywhere else. So I want to know, are they like on copyright restrictions, or they're not?
Only if that music is copyrighted, and usually YouTube is notified by the copyright owners ahead of time that this is their music. So if there's any match that shows up, like from an upload, it gives the opportunity of the copyright owner to either share the monetization, or don't give you a strike and take all the monetization, or give you a strike because they only want people to go to their page to listen to that song. So they get not only the monetization but the views, because depending on how many minutes throughout the year, you get paid on those views per minute, like about 2 cents per minute or so. So that adds up over time.
Okay. And what about if you sing someone's music, like
that can get you a copyright strike.
ABC? They can get you a copyright.
Yeah, that actually, a friend of mine in East Africa actually was singing a particular song that she had never sang before, and I can't remember if it was a claim or a copyright, but they took the whole video down.
Oh.
And it was a live stream.
Oh, okay.
She had no music. She was just simply singing with her own voice. And it wasn't that great as far as the microphone was concerned, but there's still enough to pick up that they were able to find the match to the copyright owner and then take down the video.
Oh, like in my field, like in my teaching field, like there are a lot of songs, like ABC, and ABC in a different tune, and ABC in a different tune, and ABC in a different tune. So how now will the copyright work? Because I'm singing from my own voice in my own tune. Like, yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. If the words are the same, and the algorithm, I guess the timing of your words, because supposedly if you change the speed of the song, either too fast or too slow, that the algorithm won't catch it. But I've tried that and just to test, and it still caught it. Even with your own voice, if the words are the same, you can still get a copyright strike or a copyright claim.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And there's one way you can also test this out, so you don't waste a lot of time. We've already talked about it a few times with what somebody else already does. Create a test channel, and then either your voice or upload a song, either way, and wait about a week. See if you get any copyright claims on the test channel instead of your main channel. And then that way,
in that way, using my same Google account won't it be a problem, or I should create another Google account that stands for that channel?
you can do it either way.
Oh,
but
that's not a problem.
Yeah, you can do it either way.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I have a question here. Someone is asking a question, said, I got strike till August after getting three copyright, but deleted the video and I also appeal. Would that be problem if I reach the level of monetization?
No, and that was Godwin that came on, and he basically, I answered that question. That was you looking at the private chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came on, and we've already addressed that.
Okay. Someone else after monetization, then later you move to another country that use different currency. The way you do with the ads? What will you do with the ads?
Well, the ads will be the same. So let's say primarily your audience is from the States. that should remain the same no matter what. The only thing that might change is depending on where you move to, you may or may not have a super chat because Google does not, YouTube does not provide super chat in every single country. And then the method of payment, not every country is going to have direct deposit. So like in Kenya and Uganda, from what I've been told is that you have to get it through Western Union.
Through Western Union?
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, I think Nigeria is not allowed for super chat.
Nigeria is super chat.
Right. Neither is Kenya, but Uganda there is super chat.
It's so funny.
I know. I don't understand. I would love to read the explanation as to why.
Wow.
Okay, you want to read this, but do you want to go further on it, or what do you say?
Oh, okay. After monetization, then later you move to. Oh, okay, we've already answered that. Oh, wait. Uses that different currency. What we do? Yeah, we basically already answered that question. So basically, the only thing that's going to change is you're going to get a super chat or not, and then your method of payment is going to be different. You need to notify Google AdSense of the change in your Google AdSense account.
Okay, I think that's the last question.
And also on your about page, you need to change the country to where the currency is going.
Thank you so much. This is Africa. Okay, in all your video, you have a particular video that's copyright claim. What do you do? What does that mean?
It's a particular video. Okay, so a copyright claim means somebody's not striking down the video. It's a claim of a couple different scenarios. The most likely is you'd have to, you can go ahead and leave the video up, but you're not going to get monetized for the parts of the video that has that music. So if it's a 6-minute video and 5 minutes is the music, you lost 5 minutes of monetization because the copyright owner is now using your channel to make money off of you. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing would be if it's not a claim, they can just make a copyright strike, flag you for a copyright strike instead of a claim. You'd rather have a claim than a strike, but a claim can keep you from getting paid on that video.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So you can share the monetization, or they take all the monetization for their works, or you just, if you don't want to do that at all, then you just remove the video, or like you said before, with somebody else, you can just change the music without having to remove the video.
Remove the video. Yeah, that's the best option anyway, as far as I think.
The only way that would be a problem, let's say you're narrating and you had the music as background music. In order to change the music, that means your narration would be gone too.
Yeah, but I think I want to say Dutch, but I think on the YouTube studio, they're gonna give you opportunity to go to the music library to
Right.
change that.
Right.
They're gonna change that for you automatically. Once you press go to the music library, and you can select which music you want to put again and mute the other one. So that is easier for people to do than to delete the video instead.
Right. The only way that, like I said, that's not going to work is if you're talking over the music.
Yeah.
Then you go to the studio, you go to the audio library to pick out a different song. Then that song's going to cover your voice too, not just the music. One thing it cannot do.
Like how?
Well, one thing it cannot do in the editor is it cannot replace background music with another background music if you're talking over the background music.
Okay, because it actually happens to me, like I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube told me that if this music from this app is too strong for them to change, it's not going to possible for them to do it. But if they find out that it's easier for them to change, they will redirect me back to music library, and then I will change it back. So do you mean that maybe the volume of the music might be higher than the talk? Is that what you mean?
No, that's not what I mean at all. Let's just say that I'm talking right now. I'm talking about how to start up your car, and I got background music while I'm talking about how to start up your car. I'm teaching somebody how to start up their car, right? So my voice and the music are considered one audio track. It's not two. So when you go to remove that background music, that audio track, it's taking my voice with it because it's all combined in one. It's not separate. So when you replace that music, it's not just taking the track of the music, it's taking your voice along with it to replace it. So therefore, the purpose of that video in that type of situation would be lost.
Okay. So please, the last one here is my question is this: can you play someone else's playlist when you are also on live stream?
At the same
That
time?
means using the same laptop to do that.
Okay, so let me see if I get the question right. If you're doing a live stream and you want to run somebody else's playlist so you can help them with watch hours, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that as far as I know, as long as you have a different account on a different device, because I've done that. Now, what I haven't done is try playing somebody's playlist while I'm doing a live stream on my same account as the live stream.
But I does that.
So that's kind of a gray area. I'm not absolutely sure on that one. So I played it safe as far as me helping somebody else out with their watch hours. If I'm not doing a stream, then I can use my account. But if I'm doing a stream, I'll use a different account.
Okay, but is it possible for you to sign in two accounts on one desktop? Of course.
Yes, because it's two different devices. You can even sign in. I wouldn't recommend it, but realistically, you can take two different brands of web browsers like Safari and then Google, and it'll be on the same laptop, and you can log into two different accounts because you're using a different browser.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But
I
I
know.
wouldn't do it because the MAC address of that computer, I don't know if YouTube's tracking it or not with all this stuff, in the background. So if they are, then that might be one of the reasons why they reduce hours for some people. We just don't know, and I wouldn't take that chance. So use a different device with a different account at the same time you're going live on another device, just to play it safe.
Okay. Thank you so much. But what is the question? Because I have to. What is the question? Can you repeat it again? Can you repeat it again, Bobo's family? So if you can share the LS even after the live stream, you can share it to your friend. You can watch it all over again and learn something from it. So I have a question. Many times can you use one account to play playlist? Can one be running someone playlist and still opting for banana on the same account?
That's basically what we were just talking about.
No,
From what I understand reading it.
she's saying if you are, for example, looking for subscribers and you are using the same account to play playlist, that's what she mean.
Okay, so if I'm watching you and I got another tab open to play a playlist somewhere else, is that correct?
No, for example, I'm on the live stream looking for subscribers,
Okay.
and I'm using the same account to play the playlist. That's what she mean.
That I don't know. I'll just do it on a different device.
Yeah, of course.
I wouldn't take that chance.
Because sometimes it reduce all the subscriber reducing. You don't know why.
Yeah, a lot has been happening to the persons. Yeah, exactly.
Host check my question. I've said it, Rosemary. Please, I want to ask if a very total The question is it true that cannot watch your own video on your YouTube? Guys, is it true that someone cannot watch his own video on
First
YouTube?
time you can watch it in the first time, but
You can watch it. You can also get the watch time for it on a live stream. As far as a pre-recorded video, that I don't know, but on a live stream, yes, while it's going live.
But if you give it a thumbs up, sometimes the thumbs up will vanish.
It could, but I usually don't see the thumbs up vanishing.
Yeah, if we remove.
Yeah, I don't see that. So before you upload a video, put in money.
Normally you put it on listed, not private. It's on listed. It's there you're gonna get if the YouTube are going to send you a message if the video had the copyright. Not on private, it's unlisted. Because my wife have been doing that, and if the video had copyright, they will send an email. That's what I know about that.
Okay, so we actually had this question probably a couple hours ago. So
Yeah.
you can still get a copyright while it's on private, because you got to remember this is okay. YouTube can see all your unlisted and privatized videos. Now, the reason why they don't want you to do that on the review process when it's time for monetization review, I don't know the answer to that, but they can see everything. They can see all hidden comments. They can see all deleted comments that were ever made from any chat or any comment section. The reason why they do this and they archive it is for legal purposes. So they can actually see it, but I have had videos privatized like on default. As soon as I upload, it's already privatized by default, and never took it off of private and gotten copyright claims while on private. So it's, again, they're going by the content ID match.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, thank you so much. Going to be calling it a day today. So
okay,
we try as much as possible to invite you other times. I really appreciate and love your courage, your strength. I love you all. Thank you so much, everyone who also said in the chat, and thank you so much, Mr. This is Africa. Thank you for trying to. Thank you for your time. Thank you for encouraging us.
You're welcome.
Teach us what we don't know about YouTube, because this journey is a long journey that we have to learn. We have to learn, because not about subscriber. We look for subscriber. I promote channels, but at least there's some basic things we didn't know that we have to learn. But and I thank you for your courage. I thank you for the time we spend here. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless your family. I really appreciate that.
Bobo Family Vlogs, I think I've already got you probably a week ago. I'll check that real quick before you go. But I do like to say thank you, everybody, for coming up in the chat as well as on the panel asking me questions. There's nothing wrong as far as asking questions. And as you obviously know, I didn't know the answers to every question because I don't have experience in every aspect, and I have different experiences at some things than you will have. So, but Bobo Family Vlogs, I have already subscribed to you. I'm looking at it right now. So, and I have watched one of your videos. So I watched the small YouTubers come in. Let's have fun tonight. I was on that and a couple others. So.
And thank you. I want to thank you very much, because this is SSTJ TV. I want to use this medium to appreciate you and to say a very big thank you for coming to this channel, for coming to to speak your mind, to let us know the truth of the aspects. Thank you so much.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kudos to you all. This is Africa. God bless you. God bless your family. I will try as much as possible to get back to you also. Thank you, everyone that took part in today's journey. So if you have not yet connected with each other, can I give you some minutes, because I got only 3 hours to go to work, only 3 hours. So, but please, If you are connecting, connect just maybe 5 minutes, then I'm going to end the stream. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see Africa. Thanks so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. God bless Africa. God bless we, the citizen of Africa nation. God bless everybody in the chat. God bless everyone. God bless This is Africa. God bless Africa continent. God bless where you're watching from, any country you're watching from. God bless them and may God be with you also. Please let's check who is on the live stream, who has live stream, so that you can continue fishing for banana. Let me check, please. You check for me. So on the live stream, and it's not silent live stream. So on the Rita Usawuru. Amen. God bless you all. It's calling this night. It's too late here. Is he sitting there now? Check it. I don't want like a silent stream. Check it me now, Nigeria. People will not go to the silent live stream. We need. Can she come outside? If we don't, I don't need like a silent live stream. It's where people are talking right now because people need. I don't share silent live stream most of the time. Connect in the right way. Connect in the right way. Who is calling? Don't know. Connect in the right way. I'm still here. Hello. Yeah, you called the other number. Check. I'm still here. Thank you so much, Sister Val. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. God bless you. God bless you. Check. You see. Connect in the right way. Connect. Okay, Goddess baby is still there. Okay, Goddess baby. Because she's still there. So let's read Goddess baby. Let's read everyone. Let's go. Thanks so much, everybody. I really appreciate you all. God bless you. Let's go, everyone. Let's go to this link. Let's go to Goddess baby. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. She's still there. She's live. She's still there. I'm so sorry for that call. Someone called me, but I have to respond to this person after the live stream. Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the stream. Let's go. Africa Raid at Africa Raid. Let's go. Goes to that link. I know a lot of people are watching, but they sleep. Go to that link, everyone. Africa Raid. Goes to that link. Yeah, Goddess is still online. Please, everyone should go to that link. Thank you so much, everyone. God bless you all. God bless you. Goes to that link. Go. Goes to that link. Go. Everyone should go to the link. Everyone, I'm ending the live stream now. I will cut it off now. I will go make sure I cut it off. I'm cutting the live stream off. Please, brothers and sisters, we still have 24 people here, 21 people now. Please go to that link. The live stream is ending now. Goes to that link. I got only 3 hours to sleep. 3 hours, please help your host. Goes to that link. Let me go and rest my head. I'm going to work in the morning. Please goes to that link. Goes to the link. Just stay there. If you want to continue your banana, continue it there. Go to that link. Oh my God. Now, after make I speak again, We speak English, you understand it. Should I speak Hausa language? Should I speak Igbo? Goes to the link. Goes to the link. Goes to the link. Okay. Good night, everyone. God bless Africa. Good night, sis. Good night, Sister Val. God bless Africa. God bless everybody. God bless Germany. God bless United States. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa as a whole. God bless you all. Bye-bye.